penwythnos tyngedfennol ym mhrif adran Genero, mae'n frwydr rhwng Aberystwyth a'r Seintiau I hawlio'r lle olaf yn y pedwar uchaf. I'r clwb ddiswyddog Gavin Allen, dyw hynny heb ymharu ar ymdrechion merched Aber. Gol wych a pwynt allweddol yn Abertawe wythnos diwethaf yn golygu mai Aber sydd ar fantais. Dyw'r Seintiau newydd heb lwyddo I ennill pwynt ers trwad y flwyddyn, a dim ond buddugoliaeth all olygu mae'r Seintiau fydd yn disodli Aber wrth i'r brif adran holli'n ddwy heddiw. Croeso mawr ato ni, croeso I sgorio, croeso I goedlan y parc Aberystwyth yn erbyn y Seintiau newydd, a mae'r frwydr yna am y bedwaredd safle. Yn yr hanner echo, mae'r nordyn ag y gallai hi fod eleni. Mae fe mor braf cael cwmni Gwenan Harris, mae'r hael. Mae'n braf yn Aberystwyth. Gwenan, cyn I ni sôn am y gêm heddi, newn ni just atgoffa pawb o'r sefyllfa yn y gynghrair ar hyn o bryd. Felly dyma yw y pen wythnos olaf cyn yr hot. Aberystwyth sy'n bedwerydd ar hyn o bryd ar wahaniaeth goliaeth. Felly bydd y gêm gyfartal yn gwneud y tro tra bod y Seintiau newydd angen buddugoliaeth I gipio'r lle olaf yn y pedwar uchaf. Ac o ran gemau eraill heddi, o Caerdydd yn erbyn Abertawe, Wrexham yn erbyn Met Caerdydd a'r Bari yn croesawu Pont y Pridd. Ond Gwenan, o ran y gêm heddi, Aberystwyth yn erbyn Seintiau newydd, mae'n enfawr, mae popeth yn y fantol.
Mae'n cyffroes, nag yw e. Pan oedd Lowry Roberts di ail strwythuro'r gynghrair, dyma beth oedd hi moyn. Gemau, agos, cyffroes, ble oedd popeth ar llinell, a ni gweld hynna. Mae pob gêm sydd wedi bod rhwng rein yn y 3 gêm diwethaf. Dwi'n dod lot o goliau, ond dwi'n bod yn really agos, a fi'n disgwyl yr un fath o peth eto heddiw. Ond fel wedys I, pan mae'n cyffroes I cael gêm mor tyngedfennol, mor gynnar yn y tymor gyda'r holl nawr.
Yn bendant. O beth am I ni glywed gan y rheolwyr, a newn ni ddechrau gyda'r rheolwr y Seintiau newydd. Mae Greg Draper wedi bod yn siarad gyda Dylan Ebenezer.
Well, Greg, you've got previous of sneaking into the top 4 at the last game before the split. Fancy your chances of doing it again today?
Yeah, definitely. I think that experience will definitely help us. Don't get me wrong, I'd love to have been coming here today knowing that we're already in the top 4. But, yeah, you know, it's in our hands. 12 months ago, we had to win by 4 goals to get into the top 4. So, you know, obviously the fact that we're level on points, we just got a win today. So, yeah, you know, we're in a comfortable position. Obviously, it's, you know, Aber only need to get a point. So it'll be interesting to see how they go about things, whether they sit back or whether they just, you know, come out and play normal games. So yeah, listen, we're in a nice position. We know what we've got to do. We've got to come out and score more goals than them. So, yeah, we're happy with where we're at.
It's been a frustrating few weeks, I'm sure. How do you hope to change things apart from the results, obviously?
Yeah, it has been frustrating. You know, there's a lot of things that have gone against us. You know, various players missing, injuries, you know, red cards that, you know, definitely weren't red cards, and obviously that got overturned against Wrexham. So we're lucky to have Helen Evans available today. So yeah, it's been a lot going against us. We haven't really had the rub of the green. So you know, but we got some key players back today. Obviously, Ken's back in goal today is going to make a massive difference. Chloe Shirley, who's been out since the start of October, is back available today as well. So excited to see her back on the pitch. So you know, we're in good shape. We will have no excuses today.
And a couple of new signings as well. Will we be seeing them at all?
Yeah, so they'll both be on the bench today. But you know, it's great to get them in. They trained last week. Transfer went through on Friday, so yeah, just great to have 2 very good players there. Who obviously going to add a lot of squad depth to the squad.
Brilliant, Greg. Thanks for your time. Good luck.
Cheers. Thank you.
Greg Draper yn barod amdani, felly Gwenan nath e sôn fan'na, mae wedi bod yn cyfnod rwystredig, wedi colli 4 gêm diwetha. Pa mor bwysig yw e bod y Seintiau newydd jyst yn rhoi'r canlyniadau diweddar yma I un ochr iddi?
Ie, bwysig iawn, achos fel wedodd e fan'na, mae popeth nhw'n dwylo nhw, ond mae rhaid nhw falle dod at y gêm yma fel bod yn gêm cwpan. Sdim byd iddyn nhw colli o gwbl, jyst cer amdani, achos os maen nhw yn colli neu cael gêm gyfartal, wel, maen nhw'n gwybod bod nhw'n mynd I bod yn y sefyllfa yna at y beth. So, mae yn gallu bod yn anodd pan ti yn cael y colled yna, ond hefyd, pan ti'n gwybod falle mewn ffordd sy'n pwysau am ti, fel chwaraewraig mae hwnna'n helpu lot I just chwarae gyda bach fwy o ryddid.
Mae profiad gyda'r Seintiau newydd amser ein llynedd yn sicrhau lle nhw yn y 4 ucha. O ran Aberystwyth, maen nhw'n garfan mor ifanc. Felly dyw'r profiad yna ddim gyda nhw cyment ar Seintiau newydd, ond bydd rhaid nhw gredu heddi.
Yn sicr, a ti'n os ti edrych ar canlyniadau nhw, yn wedig I ffwrdd o gatre, Abertawe, Met, Caerdydd, maen nhw'n cael gemau cyfartal. Maen nhw'n rili anodd I wneud beth, boed adref neu ffwrdd yn erbyn tîmoedd fel yna. So, os maen nhw gyda'r un fath o cred, ni'n gweld y gol fan hyn, chwip o ergyd, chwarae teg, os maen nhw'n dod ar un fath o cred fan hyn, a fi rili yn mwynhau'r ffaith bod bod Aber gymaint o chwaraewyr ifanc. Mae seintiau hefyd chwarae teg, a dyma beth yw un o'r prif nod y gyngrair, yw i roi sylfaen i'r chwaraewyr ifanc yna i ddod mewn, i adeiladu, a falle hyd yn oed symud ymlaen fel ni wedi gweld chwaraewyr fel Ellen Valentine yn neud.
Ie, oedd hwnna'n dipyn o gol gan Niamh Duggan pen wythnos diwetha yn erbyn Abertawe. Reit beth am i ni glywed gan rywun sy'n wyneb cyfarwydd iawn yma yn Aberystwyth. Mae Gary Lewis wedi bod yn siarad gyda Dylan.
Mae Gary lot i newid dros wythnosau diwetha. Gai awgrymu falle bod dim gymaint o hynny wedi newid hefyd gan bod ti yma ta beth ac yn nabod y clwb yma yn dda iawn?
Ie, dim ochr fi, fi wedi bod yn gweithio fo'r merched am cwpl o misoedd a twtch o'r tymor blwyddyn diwetha. So, yr unig peth mwy anodd i fi yw fel rheolwr yw gwneud y swydd anodd o gadael chwaraewyr mas o'r garfan heddi. So, na'r peth mwy anodd i fi.
Yw hwnna'n dangos pa mor gystadleuol yw yma o ran chwaraewyr felly?
Ie, a oedd cwpl o anafiadau yn y garfan, so mae 2 neu 3 o'r merched wedi trwyddo efo profiad ffitrwydd, so a wedyn goffo gadael 2-3 merch mas yn ddim yn hawdd o gwbl.
Dal ddim yn hawdd yr gweithio'r holl...
Na, dwi ddim, mae'n wath o rhywbeth fel fi'n mynd yn nachu a fi'n mynd yn twtch mwy soft fi'n credu.
Be fydde cyrraedd y 4 yna'n golygu i chi?
Ie, gwrando Dylan, fydde fe'n diwrnod ffantastig yn fe i ni fel clwb bach i chwarae be'n clwbau fel Wrexham Caerdydd a Abertawe yn wythnosol. A rhan i fi ddysgu a gwella'r merched fydde'n ffantastig, ond beth bynnag sy'n mynd i digwydd eddi newn ni'n gorau a gweithio fydd y tîm gorau yn ennill.
Gary, diolch am amser, pob lwc.
Dim probs.
Ie, Gwera, mae wedi bod yn wythnos, wel, cwpl o wythnosau anodd iawn i Aberystwyth gyda Gavin Allen yn gadael i fyny bont y pryd. Oedd y merched moyn iddo fe aros tan i'r gyngrair hollti, dyw hwnna ddim di digwydd. Be wneud i o'r sefyllfa, achos mae'r chwaraewyr yn mynd i jyst orfod anghofio hwnna i gyd a ffocysu ar y gêm heddi? Ie,
yn sicr o be fi'n clywed, mae'n parhau i ddod nôl i gefnogi, so fi'n siŵr fydd hwnna'n bach o cymhelliant a chwanegol iddyn nhw, maen nhw wedi gwneud yn dda ers i fe gadael. Mae'n siomedig, yn amlwg mae'r clwb wedi gwneud y penderfyniad o nhw'n teimlo oedd y peth gorau i'r clwb, ond yn fy marn ni fel chwaraewraig, mae'n rili bwysig bod ti actually yn ystyried ban y chwaraewyr hefyd mewn hwnna. Nwedig y perthynas oedd gyda nhw, gyda Gavin Allen, y job mae fe wedi gwneud hefyd. So ie, siom mawr iddyn nhw, a fi'n gwybod mae lot o nhw wedi bod yn weddol vocal hefyd, a fi'n falch bod nhw wedi bod, achos mae barn nhw'n bwysig, ond gobeithio newn nhw'n gwneud y job i Gavin Allen heddiw. Gwenan, diolch yn fawr am y tro na i adael i ti fynd i ymuno a Dylan Ebenezer. A reminder that English language commentary is available for this one with Mike Davis and Kath Morgan. Ac yn y Gymraeg mae'n amser i ni ymuno a Gwenan Harris a Dylan Ebenezer.
Well, diolch Sioned, thank you Sioned, good afternoon and welcome to Park Avenue for this vital Genero Adran Premier final fixture before the split. Aberystwyth and the New Saints go head-to-head for a place in the top 4 and Aber need to avoid defeat while the Saints require the win. Keeping me company on Red Button commentary this afternoon's former Welsh international Kath Morgan. Well, we look at the teams first, and new manager Gary Lewis makes 2 changes from the outstanding draw away to Swansea last week. Experienced Fiona Evans returns at left back. Ellen Jones starts only her 2nd game of the season, and they include 3 16-year-olds, including Llaki Mathias, the top scorer. Greg Draper also makes 3 changes. Mackenzie Hayden-Jones returns in goal with Evie Williams and Chloe Surley, also the 2 changes.
Yeah, the system here, obviously Aberystwyth are going for a 4-3-3 where they're comfortable and everybody knows their roles and responsibilities. You know, and it's a huge game for them. Who can handle the pressure? Who can deliver when they need to deliver? So yeah, it's going to be an exciting one, and Aberystwyth will set their stall out. And TNS match them up as well. So they're playing a 4-3-3 as well. And I just think that, you know, although there is no pressure on them, obviously I think the game, you know, will be quite an open game because there's so much to play for.
TNS in the huddle, they need to win in this head-to-head encounter. A winner takes all and a place in the top 4. Cardiff City, the champion, Swansea City and Wrexham already assured of their places in the top 4. They also play simultaneously this afternoon. Cardiff City versus Swansea City, Barry Town versus Pontypridd, Wrexham welcome Cardiff Met. And I'm sure Greg Draper would be happy to see Mackenzie Hayden-Jones back in the goal for the New Saints.
Yeah, Duggan there is the one to watch for Aberystwyth. You know, a very young, talented, technical 18-year-old who's had 4 caps for Wales under-17s.
Our referee this afternoon is Mr. Richard Wright from Wrexham, an FAW elite referee. And Aber kick things off, playing from left to right. And a long ball, a searching ball. And it's Libby Isaac who's across, and she concedes a very early corner. Libby Isaac having to run all the way back towards her goal there, Kath, and an interesting tactic from the TNS, the long ball.
It's a great pressure, isn't it? You know what I mean? It will test the centre-back, obviously, and obviously TNS showed their intent there on, you know, it doesn't matter how you play, get the ball forward.
Corner comes in towards the near post. It's half cleared. Beth Lewis out to the right-hand side. It's a really good ball in, and indeed it's a goal. Well, the cross from the right-hand side by Caitlin Chapman. Well, what a start for the New Saints.
I gotta be honest, I think the goalkeeper, you know, will be disappointed really with that. I mean, she just caught unawares there, but, you know, you look at Caitlin Chapman, this is her 14th assist as regards of, you know, I know it was her goal, but the fact that she is so influential coming from that right-hand side, no pressure on the ball, it's a very deep cross, and for me, the goalkeeper needs to do a little bit better there. But, you know, to be fair to her, she's looked up, technically good, put the ball in a dangerous area, and the ball's ended up going in the back of the net.
What a perfect start for the New Saints. Caitlin Chapman floats that in. Whether she'd seen a weakness in the Aberystwyth goalkeeper, Margot Farnes, only 18 years of age.
Yeah, it was quite a weak hand, wasn't it? You know what I mean? So I think, you know, that's not the best of starts for her as a goalkeeper, but she has to forget that situation now and move on.
Only a minute played. The visitors ahead, Aberystwyth 0, the New Saints 1, and a goal for Caitlin Chapman, her 8th goal of the season. What a start for Greg Draper's team. Now, what will be the response from Aberystwyth? This is Morley Hughes down the left-hand side. She looks round for support. Duggan! And the long-range shot by Duggan. Straight at the goalkeeper, Mackenzie Hayden-Jones.
Yeah, good pressure there again. Good play there, Duggan. To be fair, she's got every right to hit that ball. I mean, we needed a little bit more direction. The power was there, but obviously it was straight to the goalkeeper, and an easy win for her to collect.
And the mini-table is in and shows that the New Saints have gone ahead of Aberystwyth. They were equal on points on 16 prior to kick-off, with Aberystwyth having the better goal difference as well. But that first goal, that dramatic strike by Caitlin Chapman, gives the visitors the lead. And a real poker face from Craig Draper there, but I'm sure he'll be absolutely delighted with his team's start, Kath.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a dream start, isn't it? You know, you ask your players to go out. You know, there was no pressure on them for me. They had nothing to prove, you know what I mean? But they've been here before, Mike. You know, they've managed to get into that top 4 previously, so they know what a good prize it is.
Well, plenty to think about for Gary Lewis, the new manager. A lot of upheaval here at Aberystwyth during the last fortnight with the sacking of Gavin Allen, and the girls were not pleased with that decision taken by the board. But it's Gary Lewis who leads the side into this vital game. Farnes clears. It's competitive in midfield. And the ball breaks for Imi Schofield. Schofield, competitive in midfield, finds Niamh Duggan, the dynamic player formerly of Reading. And Aber clear over the touchline. They reach halfway. They need to settle here with Fiona Evans in the left-back position.
Yeah, to be honest, though, I think TNS, you know what I mean, they will just now, they haven't got to chase the game now. They can just try and control the game, try and win the battles in midfield, because I think that is the area that could be telling. You know, the centre-backs that have to make sure they win the ball first, clear their lines. You know, there's no need for pretty football now. At the end of the day, Aberystwyth have to chase the game and try and score a goal.
Well, I was about to ask you the question as to how Aberystwyth are going to approach the game, Kath. And before I got an opportunity to ask the question, the New Saints had scored.
Yeah, I'm sure that they weren't expecting that either, but, you know, it'll build character. They're a very young team, and it will prove now sort of how they're able to respond, which is tough for a young age, you know what I mean? They're under pressure. They possibly, you know, felt that pressure, but from the cross point of view, if you don't put pressure on that ball, you know, anything can happen. So I think lessons learned from that point of view.
There's Evie Williams with that run. And half an opportunity here, edge of the box. Matthias competes for the ball. It breaks for Leah Lewis. Opportunity for Beth Lewis to cross, and the header by the New Saints player goes out harmlessly for a goal kick, but the New Saints are dominating the first 10 minutes of this game.
Well, they're strong on that right-hand side, but again, Aberystwyth must put a player, do you know what I mean, to stop the cross, otherwise they will enjoy, you know, that sort of aim every single time. So you must stop the cross from the right-hand side. I think that is TNS's strength, is playing on that one side.
So, just clip there of Gavin Allen, former Aberystwyth women's manager, now manager of Pontypridd men's team. There he is, had such a successful period here with Aberystwyth. Gavin Allen having built up the development here, development side at under 19, as Aberystwyth find it very difficult to recruit from afar. They have to build from within, and that's exactly what they've done. 3 16-year-olds start this game. Tackle from behind on Amy Jenkins. Nothing given by our referee. She spoke inspirationally to Scoria earlier in the week regarding the sacking of Gavin Allen, how that had galvanised the girls, and excellent 2 performances in their last 2 games. The win here against Cardiff Met by 4-0, and then that creditable draw away at Swansea City. 1-1, an important point. Now that was a strong challenge on Jenkins from behind. She's straight up.
Yeah, gosh, that did hurt, I think. I felt that.
I think it was Helen Evans wearing 18 with the challenge, Kath.
Yeah, you know, it was a strong challenge, and as a defender, you want your defenders to show that intent. But yeah, to be fair, it was a nasty one.
Helen Evans did receive a red card against Wrexham in January. It was overturned. And it's Isaac. Ball is helped on to Jenkins. TNS a little slow to clear. Fiona Evans with the ball back in. It's Niamh Duggan who spreads it wide. Opportunity here to cross perhaps, but they choose to keep possession. Best period of possession Aberystwyth have had. Schofield looking for the run of Morley Hughes down that left-hand side, but the ball beats Morley Hughes. It will be a throw in the right-back position for the New Saints.
Yeah, I think if Aberystwyth can just pin TNS in here now, don't let them out from this situation and try and regain possession higher up the field, then, you know, they could then create an opportunity.
And despite losing their last 4 games, TNS are having quite a successful season, Kath. They've reached the semi-final of the Bute Energy Welsh Cup and also the Genero Adran Trophy. So it is turning into quite a successful season for Greg Draper's women.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, to be fair to them, they've come here today now, you know, with under no pressure, and they've taken an early lead, which will give them huge confidence. And this league is difficult, you know. You've got 2 leagues within the one, as we know, with the standard of the different clubs, and they are fighting in amongst them, so they can be very proud, because to be fair, they are a relatively young squad.
Aberystwyth 0, the New Saints 1. 9 minutes played at Park Avenue. Best possible start for the visitors. And Aber are yet to settle into this one. Ball at the feet of Margot Farnes, who travels from London every other week here to play in Aberystwyth. Aberystwyth having lost the services of Ellen Valentine, having gone to Newcastle United. And again, the cross comes in, but this time it's a goal kick.
Yeah, disappointing there. You know, they're trying to work down that right-hand side, which has been effective for them. But to be fair to Aberystwyth, there was pressure on the ball there, which then made the mistake of going out for a goal kick. So, you know, if you apply pressure on the ball, then it's far more difficult to get any accuracy.
So a picture there of Iwan Lewis, Aberystwyth Town men's midfield player, with Dejan Creinant having a conversation. Nice to see Iwan Lewis here to support the young girls. This is Evie Williams into the feet of Edge. But it's a race down this left-hand side. Elan Jones with the throw, only starting her second game of the season. Made her debut against Cardiff Met. That was Heiki Mathias, the top scorer. Niamh Duggan bites in the tackle, wins possession. She has Fiona Evans outside her. Morley Hughes, she's a dynamic runner, box-to-box player. Morley Hughes looking to spread play out to Heiki Mathias. The two 16-year-olds combine. Mathias, clever, tricky, right winger. And Aber win a throw down this right-hand side.
Davey, you're signed. You're on. Get
Elan Jones, 18 years of age. So many young players coming through the system here at Aberystwyth. Jones again trying to plant the ball over the defenders, and the goalkeeper Hayden Jones comes to collect. She's been out, missed the last 3 games, 3 defeats. Her last appearance was in the 5-0 defeat against Cardiff City. They've struggled slightly, conceded 17 in the last 4, but they've started on fire, Kath.
Yeah, and to be fair, you know, Greg Draper said that they have suffered with numerous injuries. But as he said, to be fair, you know, no excuses. They've got players to step in, and that's what they'd had to deal with. But today they welcome back, you know, 3 or 4 players from injury, some on the bench and some on the field, and that, you know, obviously has proved that has been positive for him.
That was good play there by Chloe Shirley. Did you see this as a foul, Kath?
They give him, Mike, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, I think. No, really.
Yeah, I was going to say.
It's a bit soft.
Pressure on the keeper again, I'm sure, but that's a poor one by Helen Evans. In prime position to shoot for goal. You'd expect better than that.
Yeah, technically made a mistake there. She more or less kicked the floor, I think. You know, you can go for the near post there, hard and low, but technically you have to make sure that you get good contact on that ball, and unfortunately on that occasion she didn't.
Odlin Gwyn and Mathias combine, and they release Morley Hughes, and she is full of pace. The pace of Morley Hughes. Is she going to cut back in on her right foot? She does so. Ball is charged down. Good defensive play by the New Saints. It was Leah Lewis. The ball is collected by Emily Ridge. Ridge looking for the run of Caitlin Chapman, the scorer. Across comes Fiona Evans. She has time but concedes the throw.
Yeah, good play there from the New Saints. I think just need to just consider their accuracy a little bit. You know, that ball from the midfield area has to go possibly in towards her feet rather than over the top, but you know, at least there's intent to get the ball forward.
Half an opportunity again for the New Saints. Aber clear, and it's Duggan, and she feeds Heiki Mathias. Mathias is pacey, but Evie Williams takes a tumble. I think that was more of a foul than the first one.
That was a definite foul. Definite foul there. I mean, you know, to be fair, the defender's done a great job there, stepping across, which is correct. She's leaning into her, and then she's thrown her on the floor.
Slight break in play, throw in for Aberystwyth down this right-hand side, right in front of the commentary position. Evans bites in the tackle. Mathias goes to ground. And it's Isabel Redding, who's very strong. Redding, 19 years of age, former Wolves player.
Referee's not too keen on putting that whistle in his mouth. I thought that was...
Well, he was at the beginning, and I thought that the foul at the edge of the box is a slightly soft one, and then
this
we've
one's
seen...
this is the definite foul for me.
Yeah.
You know, they've got away with that.
15 minutes played. Aberystwyth 0. The New Saints 1. New Saints deservedly ahead in terms of possession. Aber building their way back into the game. The two teams have met twice already this season. It was a 4-3 dramatic victory for the New Saints in the league, and a 2-2 draw in the Welsh Cup with the New Saints winning on penalties. Chaplin with the throw. Caitlin Chapman scored 2 against Aberystwyth in November. Already scored another. Shot come cross is collected by Evans. And Aber need to deal with this, and they do so, and they clear up towards Amy Jenkins. Jenkins, the focal point of their attack, tries to hold the ball up. Once again, a strong tackle from behind by Tia Lockley. An excellent cross, and this time it's collected well by Margot Farnes. But once again, down that right-hand side, it may well be Chapman.
Yeah, you know, great play there. You know, let the ball run under her foot. She looked up, and then she'd known to try and deliver that ball. Ideally, needed to be pulled back a little bit, but that will give the goalkeeper, you know, a lot of confidence there from the error that she made initially.
I think Fiona Evans has been moved from the right-back position to the left-back position. Maybe she's on the marking one-to-one against Caitlin Chapman, but Chapman looks to be the most dangerous player in the New Saints starting 11.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, you know, as a right-sided player myself, if you've got speed, then it doesn't matter how good a defender you are, it is very difficult to stop somebody who's running at you with speed. So I think, to be fair to Caitlin Chapman, she's got very good attributes. She's quick, she's technically good, and she can cross a ball. So I think, you know, it's a difficult one then for the defender. You have to get a lot closer and try and make, you know, that play contact with that player as early as possible.
Ball played forward. Ellen Jones, oh, is it slightly short, but Margot Farnes reacts well. But in midfield, Aber look outnumbered there, but an excellent tackle by Rebecca Mathias for Aberystwyth, but it's back with the New Saints, and it's Evie Williams again, cuts inside, looking for the square pass. It's intercepted by Aberystwyth. Jenkins into Mathias. Mathias again tries to split the defenders, and it's a race between Lewis and Morley Hughes, and the goalkeeper does excellently. Hayden Jones sprinting off her line, timed that to perfection.
And she had to, Mike, you know what I mean? I mean, it was excellent. She read the situation really well. You know, Morley was in, to be fair. She was probably the favourite, but brave goalkeeping and one to take responsibility for the team.
So important for TNS that Hayden Jones was back between the sticks today, having conceded so many in the last 3 being unavailable due to illness. This is Niamh Duggan, who scored that spectacular free kick for Aberystwyth against Swansea City last weekend. Probably the most experienced player that they have in terms of potential. And just to remind everybody, this is the race for 4th spot before the split. Cardiff City are top, Swansea City is 2nd, and they meet today in Cardiff. But here's the position following that Caitlin Chapman opening minute goal. The New Saints now 3 points ahead, an inferior goal difference, and they will know that an equalising goal for Aberystwyth would mean that they would go ahead once again.
Yeah, I don't think Aberystwyth would panic. I think, you know, they know what the prize is, and they've got to be patient, but I don't think it's the start they wanted. We're 20 minutes into this game, and for me, TNS, you know, are dominating possession. They're stronger at the back than Aberystwyth's defender is showing, and they've just taken responsibility. So I think, you know, Aberystwyth have plenty of time, but they have to play better.
where they're looking to the two 16-year-olds wide out, aren't they? Lleuci Mathias on the right-hand side and Morley Hughes on the left-hand side, with Amy Jenkins as the focal point down the middle. But it looks as if the New Saints are winning that midfield battle right in the middle.
Yeah, and it's critical. I think that, you know, they're playing exactly the same system, so they're matching up all over the park, to be fair, but that midfield area, you know, the quicker you can get the ball out to your right-sided and left-sided player to attack the opposition, you have to play forward. And I think, for me at the minute, Aberystwyth are possibly under-clearing balls. They're not clearing their lines well enough. They're only clearing it so far, and TNS are always...
And the goalkeeper does shout for it. She collects it. I think everybody had their eyes on Margot Farnes there. She rushed off a goal line, but she did collect. Travelling from London, former Bowers and Pitsy player. New Saints spread it wide to this left-hand side, where Matilda Edge collects. Lleuci Mathias doubling up there. And just concedes.
Yeah, Matilda Edge, you know, she's quite she's threatening in there down this left-hand side for TNS, to be fair. She's quick. She doesn't give Mathias any time there, you know what I mean, to defend the ball, and she wins a throw-in in a very good position.
Williams with the throw, opportunity to cross into the edge of the box, shouts for handball. Well, was that a foul there by Schofield?
Well,
because a shout there for handball and a shout for a foul. In the end, nothing is given except a corner.
Well, the referee was in the right position, you know what I mean? He couldn't get any closer. It's a ball in. I mean, to be fair, I don't think she could have moved her hand in that position. You know, but yeah, the referee couldn't have been closer.
Once again, this will lead to pressure on the Aberystwyth goalkeeper. I'm sure they'll float this one in low this time. The ball dribbles out for a goal kick.
That's an error for me, Mike. You know, if you're trying to drill that ball in hard and low, technically you have to know that the player's going to receive it, can do something with it. And for me, you know what I mean, if you put that ball high into where the chaotic area is, then you could win the first ball or the second ball. So I think that is probably a mistake for me.
Mathias asks for the throw and she gets it. Halfway through the first half, Aberystwyth 0. The New Saints 1. Worst possible start for Aberystwyth, conceding within a minute from Caitlin Chapman's shot come cross. Ball played forward. Evie Williams, but she's robbed by Lleuci Mathias. Puts her shoulder in. Shows that experience that Evie Williams has. She's only a year older than Lleuci Mathias. It's a good battle between the two down this right-hand side. I think Evie Williams has the pace and the strength to deal with Lleuci Mathias's dribbling skills.
Yeah, she looks comfortable, to be fair, Evie Williams. I think she's, you know, there's a couple of girls at the centre-back, you know, Redding, who's made a few mistakes, and Evie Williams has made sure that she's cleaned up after her. So, yeah, good partnership there.
Scorio's highlights of the weekend tomorrow night at 9:30, and they will be repeated again at 6:30 on Tuesday on S4C. All the games from the Cymru Premier and the Genero Adran Premier highlights of this game too. India Shanahan has put Barry ahead at Jenner Park against Pontypridd. In the bottom four, those two teams will be playing in the bottom four. But again, it's Evie Williams, Wales under-17s international, carries effectively down this left-hand side to Shirley, tries to spread it out toward Chapman, and the long-range shot is over the bar. And it was Beth Lewis, I think, who collected on the far side.
you know, Evie Williams again showing her intent on this left-hand side, and then quite a poor pass there by Aberystwyth. But to be fair to TNS, you know, as things stand, they are generally winning the first and second balls when there is a collision.
Yeah, Beth Lewis, the TNS captain, scored against Aberystwyth back in November, has 3 goals this season and ever present. And they're going to be a tough nut to crack here for Aberystwyth, are the TNS defence. And in 4 meetings over 2 seasons, Aber are yet to win. Just to remind everyone that a draw would do. But as we played about 25 minutes here, the New Saints are deservedly ahead. Fouled by Llaki Matthias. You can tell by her face she doesn't agree with it.
Yeah, there's nothing in that at all. Yeah.
Been a strange, well, series of decisions by our referee in the first 25 minutes.
It always is, Mike, it always is.
He's given a few, and then he's let play develop in other areas, but there we are. He's a part-time DJ, did you know that, Kath?
I didn't know.
Yeah, he's going to get a lot of noise here if he keeps giving decisions like that.
Firm tackle there by Duggan, to be fair, yeah.
Well, speaking to a lot of Aberystwyth supporters, everybody was so pleased to see Niamh Duggan returning to Aberystwyth from Reading. Things didn't quite work out for her at the professional level, and she brings the dynamism that Aberystwyth have been looking for in midfield. Although in the first half an hour here, she and Rebecca Matthias, they've been really outdone, I think, by the TNS midfielders.
Yeah, but they're young players, you know. I mean, Duggan is only 18 years of age, and although she's had, you know, a season in a professional club, it's very, very difficult then to put that weight on their shoulders to run the team from midfield. So she's still learning, you know, and it's good. For me, the league table never lies, and if they're that close in the league table, there's a reason for it. And as we can see today, there's not much between them. It's just the TNS, as things stand, after 27 minutes of playing that much better, maybe because they felt as if they didn't have any pressure on them, and Aberystwyth accepted that pressure, and it's been a tough one for them.
Really competitive again in midfield, but again it's the New Saints that win it, and this is Shirley. Shirley battles her way free. She's looking to spread the ball out towards Chapman.
Yeah, that ball has to be on the floor, Mike, you know what I mean? I mean, you're lifting that ball there. You know, the direction wasn't quite there, but also the weight of pass, you're never going to be able to control that.
Greg Draper, the coach for the TNS women's team, top scorer for the TNS in the Cymru Premier, and over 160 goals for the New Saints. Plenty of experience, and I'm sure the women are learning a lot from his coaching. It's interesting as well, when you think about it, Kath, about the development of players, but what about the development of coaches? Because we've got 2 male coaches coaching the women's team here, and that are very, well, I would say, ball is shot at goal, but Farnes is behind that. What would you say in terms of the development of women's coaches? When are we going to see that feeding through into the Genero Premier?
Well, I think that the Football Association of Wales have got work to do to make sure that they, you know, create a pathway for female coaches to gain their qualifications and experience and give them an opportunity. You know, there aren't many of us who, you know what I mean, I'm a coach myself full time, and there aren't many coaches female for whatever reason. There has to be a reason why it's not attractive, you know what I mean, and I think, you know, a pathway needs to be invested for this to be developed. time you hear Emma Hayes of Chelsea, you know, constantly have this discussion about, you know, why aren't there enough female coaches, especially at the highest level.
I suppose the same thing could be said for referees as well. I mean, we have Cheryl Foster as the best role model possible for young referees, and yet in the 3 games being played today, all 3 officials or referees are male.
Yeah, I agree, and I'm afraid I gave referees so much stick in my 15-year career that I could never, unfortunately, stand there in the middle of the park. But I think again, it's the same thing. You know, it has to be attractive. It has to be that it could be a career incentive for these females to want to invest in such a thing, and it's not there at the minute.
It was Libby Mathias with a free kick for Aberystwyth, played forward again towards Jenkins, but she's crowded out. Aberystwyth do keep possession. They played out towards Morley Hughes. Oh, she's done well here. Can she pull the ball back? Yes, she can. But that's a super run by Lily Morley Hughes.
Yeah, you know, what a talent. Great ball from, you know, Duggan there, out to Morley Hughes. She just got one thing on her mind, taking on the players. Yeah, unfortunately, she just probably needed to just pull it back further away from the goalkeeper, but the intent was there.
Duggan with the corner, and it comes, and the header is brilliantly saved. Super header by Schofield, but an excellent save by Mackenzie Hayden-Jones.
That was a goal all day long if that goalkeeper hadn't saved it. What a save. That ball was hit in the back of the net, and Hayden-Jones looked at that, fair play, followed it and used a strong hand to tip it over the bar.
Aberystwyth's best opportunity of the game, but what a save by Hayden-Jones, former West Bromwich Albion and Wolves goalkeeper.
There's a reason why she's back in this team.
Again, ball is free. Edge of the box, ball played back in. No offside. Duggan again. Cross is put in, and there's a superb goal. And it's Amy Jenkins with the goal for Aberystwyth and the equaliser. She wasn't picked up. The cross was excellent. The header superb. 32 minutes played here at Park Avenue. Aberystwyth are level. It's Aberystwyth 1, the New Saints 1.
Yeah, what a goal. I mean, Aberystwyth, to be fair, with those 2 set pieces back to back, have been knocking on that door. And, you know, it wasn't a fantastic ball back in, but Aberystwyth managed to clean it up. And to be fair to Duggan, she's played ball back in. You know, nobody's where are the centre-backs here. You have to pick people up in that box, especially in the 6-yard box. It was a great ball in, but to be fair to Jenkins, she's connected to that ball wonderfully and thoroughly deserves to equalise for this game.
And you have to say that the cross was excellent from Modlin Gwynn. She floated that ball in. Duggan decided to play the ball into her feet, and she crossed it beautifully away from the defenders into the path of Amy Jenkins. She came towards the ball and flicked it over the head of the approaching Hayden-Jones.
Well, when you put that ball in on a first time, then, you know what I mean, the TNS are never going to be able to defend that, so fair play. And I know Modlin was or either is or an ex-pupil of Ysgol Penweddig, so yeah, I've known Modlin for quite a few years, so yeah, it's wonderful for her to assist that most important goal.
And you saw the mini table go in there, and it'll be exactly what Gary Lewis wanted. The equaliser means Aberystwyth now are back in the box seat. They go above the New Saints into 4th place, and it'll be Aber that will be joining Wrexham, Swansea and Cardiff in the top 4.
It's game on now, game on. It will be interesting actually now, Mike, to see if Aberystwyth take, you know, the game by the scruff of the neck, or if TNS, you know, have anything to respond, because now they will feel deflated. They will feel really grieved that they didn't defend properly from that set piece. It's a give me goal, really.
Yeah, it's almost psychological now, isn't it? Because you could almost see the confidence draining out of Aberystwyth, because the New Saints were taking such command of the game, and yet that one corner, the header by Schofield, and then the goal has changed everything. But here come the New Saints. down the left-hand side, and it is Chapman again. Chapman against Matthias, and Matthias does really well. Timed her tackle to perfection there.
Yeah, I think it's important for Jenkins there, you know, as a forward, to do the defensive work.
Shot charge down, edge of the box, Aber clear.
Great tackle.
Modling Gwyn into Jenkins. Jenkins trying to spread it. Gwyn is in again, but it's won by Helen Evans. Evans shoots from 25 yards.
Yeah, to be fair, you know, Evans isn't afraid, is she, to commit forward and shoot from range. She's quite influential there. It's a good battle in the centre of midfield there. But, you know, she's generally got a lot of time and space. But she needs to improve that execution.
Just to remind everybody, the New Saints do need the win, and they will have to go for it. They did in the first, to be fair to them, in the first 15-20 minutes, they really were dominating possession, creating the opportunities. It was a mistake that led to the goal, although it was a beautifully floated cross-come shot by Chapman. And a foul again goes in favour of the New Saints, right on the edge of the box. And this is a dangerous area that Aberystwyth will need to defend, Kath.
Yeah, you know, it is in a dangerous area. I think there you just have to keep your heads. You have to just look at the ball. There's no need to dive in there to make a tackle. You know what I mean? She's the wrong side of the player, and unfortunately, it's like there's a pullback, mind, to be fair. Again, you know, the referee is not consistent in his decisions.
Lewis, the captain, floats it in. It's off the post, and it's cleared somehow by Aberystwyth. Another shot. Breaks to Chapman. Chapman, the most dangerous player, and a sliding tackle. Aberystwyth clear.
TNS will not believe how that did not go in. The goalkeeper again. She's made an error. She's tried to catch the ball and palm it away in the same sort of movement, and has edged it onto a post.
In it comes Evans. Oh, good skill by Chapman. Is that offside? And it's Chapman again. And it's deflected across the face of goal. But the shot by Shirley is over the bar. But again, lovely play down the left-hand side. And Chapman in the middle of it all.
Yeah, this is great for TNS. At the end of the day, they are proving, you know, that they have got the will, you know, to continue to build this game and to try and create attack after attack. Lovely high floated ball in there. We've just seen the replay then. How that has not gone in on the second board. But fair play to Aberystwyth. They did well then, you know, to clear their lines after such a big attack.
Libby Matthias wearing 9 but playing in the centre of defence. She was the one well placed there to clear once the ball had hit the post. But again, it's Matthias releasing Morley Hughes, and it'll be Morley Hughes against Lewis. She'll cut in on her right foot. She does so. Ball is cleared by TNS. It's competitive in midfield for Duggan of Aberystwyth. Here come the New Saints, this time down the right-hand side with Emily Ridge.
Yes, end-to-end now. Morley Hughes, you know what I mean? Every time she gets that ball, she is the only one to win that ball. But it's what she does with it, you know what I mean? She's getting kind of 2 or 3 steps ahead of everybody else, but then her execution, she needs to just look up, see where the green shirts are.
Information for you there regarding live games in the URC. Ball played forward. And it's Evie Williams and Elan Jones, and it will be a throw. It goes in favour of the New Saints down this left-hand side. 6 minutes to half-time.
Great pressure there by Evie Williams. I'm impressed with her. Yeah. I think she's really stood out on this left-hand side.
Greg Draper shouting to his charges to move the ball quicker. Edge. Started on the left-hand side, still going. She gets a cross in. Well, shouts for handball again against an Aberystwyth defender. It is Libby Matthias. shake of the head from Richard Wright.
Referee is saying ball to hand. So we'll have a little quick look at the replay now. Oh, I'm not sure, you know.
Yeah,
I
think she kicked the ball herself, didn't she? She had the final touch
but
up towards her hand.
Regardless,
the thing is, though, these days, I don't even know the law myself. Are you aware of?
Well, it's conflicting, isn't it? But for me, you know what I mean? If her hand is in the air and that ball has hit her hand, for me, that is a penalty. Let's go back to the old days.
Aberystwyth trying to carve an opportunity here and get that ball out to Morley Hughes. And the tackle from behind is a strong one by Fiona Evans. There's another angle, Kath.
Well, you know,
I can see where you're pointing.
Her hand is in the air, and if her hand is in the air and this ball has hit it, it is a penalty.
What do they say? In an unnatural position, yeah?
Let's not look at the small print.
Well, 5 minutes to half-time, nothing to choose between the sides. Chapman putting the New Saints ahead in the very first minute, but Amy Jenkins with a super header for Aberystwyth, drawing them level. Opportunity here. Again, it's Helen Evans with the outside of her right foot. And a goal for Swansea City, and Cardiff City are behind. Cardiff City 0, Swansea City 1, and it's Chloe Chivers with the goal.
Oh, my university captain there for USW, stepping up.
And of course Cardiff are still unbeaten. Aberystwyth did take a point at Leckwith earlier in the season, another creditable draw for, at the time, Gavin Allen. But this is Morley Hughes. Hughes cutting inside, she's strong and quick, but this time she's blocked out by Helen Evans. And the New Saints spread it to the right-hand side to Lewis. Aber looking to release Llaki Mathias, but it's Evie Williams again across against Llaki Mathias, and she is really a class apart here. Evie Williams, I believe in this first half, she's been the standout player with perhaps Chapman and Duggan. And what a super pass that is to Chapman. Caitlin Chapman. Well, I think she was looking at the cross, I think, rather than the shot.
Yeah, that's great play, though, to be fair. You know what I mean? I mean, there's intent, there's accuracy, there's good weight of pass. You know, the only thing I would say, you know, for Evie Williams is to make sure that she doesn't play any square balls back inside to the midfield line, because that is a difficult ball then to deal with. But, you know, this is a great open game, to be fair.
Good crowd here at Park Avenue this evening. 310 as an attendance, only 40 fewer than the Aberystwyth versus Colwyn Bay game played here on Friday night. So excellent support for the young women of Aberystwyth Town FC. Good to see her.
Yeah, and I think that, you know, generally, once you've been to a game, it does change your perception if you're not, you know, a fan already. And young girls can be inspired by what they see on the field. The professional game is now available to them, you know, unlike our era. So, you know, they can work hard to improve their own game to try and be like these players and have coverage on TV.
Reading out to this Evie Williams. Williams encouraged to carry the ball, and she feeds Chapman, and she's continued her run, and Chapman goes past Elan Jones, but across comes Libby Mathias, and a well-timed tackle. But Chapman and Evie Williams combining well down this left-hand side. Yeah,
and it's no surprise to me that Chapman is influential with all the assists. You know what I mean? She's had 13 assists, and she can play on both sides and is effective. So, yeah, she's a good athlete.
Ball break kindly for the New Saints, and again it's Evie Williams, Wales under-17s player. Leah Lewis. Oh, that's an excellent ball. And the cross comes in. This is good play by the New Saints. Can they get the final touch? They hit the bar. Oh my goodness me. And it's still not cleared by Aberystwyth. And it's deflected away, and it could be a corner right at the end of this first half. How on earth didn't the New Saints score there, Kath?
Great bravery, to be fair, by the New Saints, you know, throwing bodies at everything. Aberystwyth struggling to get to the first or second ball. Goalkeeper has had a difficult afternoon, Mike, I've got to say. And TNS will be disappointed that they couldn't get a shot on target there.
Corner comes in, floated in this time. Aberystwyth finding it difficult to clear. They do so, and anywhere will do in this final minute. And a minute has been added at the end of the 45. 1-1 here. A situation which would mean Aberystwyth would reach the top 4. Elan Jones encouraged to slow things down the last 30 seconds of this first half. Wrexham 1, Cardiff Met 0. A goal in all the games now then. Being played this afternoon in the final games between the split, and it's Rosie Hughes, unsurprisingly, Wrexham's top scorer, who's put them ahead.
Great time to score as well for Wrexham.
Aberystwyth again find it difficult to clear. Important tackle, edge of the box. Back in it comes. New Saints looking for an opportunity to strike a goal. They do so. It is wide. That's the final action of the first half. A half which has been dominated in terms of possession by the New Saints. They went ahead through Chapman in the first minute, floating the ball over the goalkeeper. But it was the header by Amy Jenkins from the cross by Modlen Gwyn that has drawn Gary Lewis's side level. It's all to play for in the second half, with Aberystwyth in the box seat. At half-time here, it's Aberystwyth 1, the New Saints 1.
Diolch Dylan a Gwennan. Wel, ar ôl I Caitlin Chapman roi'r seintiau ar y blaen a symud y seintiau mewn i'r hanner uchel. Mae'r cyfan wedi newid ar ôl I beniad Amy Jenkins union i'r sgôr. Felly mae'n gyfartal fan hyn ar goedlan y parc o ran y gemau eraill. Chloe Chivers wedi rhoi Abertawe ar y blaen yn erbyn Caerdydd. Pwy arall? Ond Rosie Hughes wedi sgorio I Wrexham, a mae'r Bari ar y blaen o gôl I ddim yn erbyn Pont y Pridd. Mae'n amser am hoi fach, ond cyn hynny, jyst I chytgoffa chi, felly dyma'r sefyllfa Aberystwyth yn cadw I lle yn y 4 ucha, ond mae yna 3 chwarter awr enfawr I ddod i'r seintiau newydd. Mae'n amser am hoi fach fan hyn, ond I ni am fynd draw I glwb Pêl-drod Corus, lle nath Nicky John mynychu gêm gwpan arbennig iawn.
Dwi'n caru Corus. Mae'n lle anhygoel. Mae'r cymuned yn dda, mae'r clwb fan hyn, dwi'n gweithio fan hyn, dwi'n byw fan hyn. Mae pob beth am Corus, mae'n jyst anhygoel. Pobl tu allan y Corus yn gweld y Corus a mae'n dweud, Corus, beth yw hwnna? Tiny village mewn Mid Wales. Mae yna mwy I Corus o just yr A487 sy'n mynd lawr. Mae'n ardal just hollol beautiful.
So dyn ni'n chwarae yn Cambrian Tyres League a yna'n haen 5, ond dyn ni edrych mewn lan blwyddyn yma I haen 4. A gêm yma di Lennon Julia Cup heddiw, a quarter-final yn erbyn Llynilla.
Heads up, boys, heads up!
Ni'n cael gêm wythnos diwetha yn erbyn nhw yn cwpan arall, a nath I curo nhw wythnos diwetha, so ni'n gobeithio wneud yr un peth eto. Gobeithio. Dwi wedi bod yn captain esir tîm Ail Sefydlu, tua 4 mlynedd, 5 mlynedd yn ôl wan. Mae lot o boys yn dod a mynd I clwbau arall, ond dwi'n just di aros achos dwi'n caru'r clwb. Mae yna dros 40 di seinio fyny, ond dyn ni'n ffodus bod lot o boys lleol, a lot o boys, wel o tua cylch o 10 milltir, so ni'n ffodus yna. Mae yna tua 5 o nhw yn gweithio ar y rheilffordd, a mae'n anodd weithio achos maen nhw'n chwaraewyr da, a maen nhw gyd ar yr un shift, so weithio dyn ni'n cael tîm eitha gwan, ond heddiw dyn ni'n iawn.
Mae'r clwb wedi bod drwy droion trwstan a gwael, ond hefyd mae'n gyfnodau gwych wedi bod. Ac erbyn heddiw mae o'n ran bwysig ohono ni'n de yma yng Nghorris. Mae o'n y gwaed, mae'n rhywbeth mae'n anodd iawn gael allan ohono. Dwi'n byw mor agos at y cae, cwta ganllath I ffwrdd, pan mae'r tywydd yn oer ac yn lyb, a fi'n eisiau gweld y gêm, mi fyddai'n gallu mynd I fyny ffenest lofft, eistedd a gwely a gwylio'r gêm. Bendigedig, be ydych chi isio well? Glasio dy win coch, a be arall?
O, Sam, yna'n swnio'n berffaith I mi. De iawn. Beth yw'r sgôr rwan? Ti'n gwybod rwan? 2-1. Dyna fo, 2-1. Corus ar y blaen o 2-1. Gweithio wir. Maen nhw wedi syrfio.
Dwi'n lwcus mae'r afon yn isel heddiw fyd. Chi timlo hwnna'n iawn yn do. Mae Corus yn neud o'n edrych yn hanodd. Dylen nhw'n sgorio fwy efo wan, ynddi? Ond mae Llenil yn chwarae yn y groen. Os ydych chi'n gorffen fel un, by'n hapus.
Dan, ti'n rheolwr hapus ar ddiwedd y gêm yna?
Oes, roedd yn gêm da i ni. Create a lot of chances, ond, mewn i semi-finals. Yn hapus am y result, yes.
Pa mor galed oedd i allan yna?
Oedd yn anodd i rhedeg, os mae'n drwm, ond mae'n iawn yn y diwedd, wedi cael y sgôr o'n eisio, so hapus iawn.
A'r plan ar gyfer gweddill y pnawn rwan ydy?
Pod.
A mae Gavin Allen, reolwr Pontypridd, cyn reolwr merched Aberystwyth, wrth gwrs wedi ymuno â fi. Gavin, mae rai bod e'n timlad od iawn bod yma fel cefnogwr a nid fel reolwr, ond be nesti o'r hanner cynta yna?
Fel o'n i siarad efo Gary ddoe, ddweud y gwir, o'n i'n gwybod beth oedd y Seintiau Newydd, maen nhw'n dod allan o'r trap, fel sa'ch chi ddweud.
Dyna be wnaethon nhw ar y teg.
Yn hollol, i fi, i'r genethod, basically, i dyfu fewn i'r gêm. Ti'n mynd curo gêm ar ôl 5 munud, ti'n curo gêm ar ôl 96 munud. Gobeithio ar ôl y gol efo Amy J yn sgorio, a gobeithio wnaethon nhw dyfu wan yn slo bach. Mae yna ddim bach o wynt, a gobeithio fydd nhw'n sgorio un y ddau bwy.
Ie, nawn ni weld y ddwy gol. Nawn ni ddechrau gyda gol Caitlin Chapman. Hunllef i Abergavin yn ildio mor gynnar yn y gêm.
Ydy, dwi'n ffors yn ni, dwi'n meddwl mae'r Seintiau Newydd wedi edrych ar y gêm wsos dwytha yn erbyn Abertawe, yr unig ffordd nath nhw sgorio wsos dwytha. Bel hir i mewn i'r bocs, a dwi'n meddwl fydd Margo yn siomedig efo hynny, ddweud i gwir.
Ond wedyn ni, Amy Jenkins am beniad, Gavin. A mae rai fi weid, ti'n edrych ar y dathliad, ti'n gweld just faint mae'r gêm yma'n golygu'r merched?
Ydy, mae Amy, obviously, flwyddyn yma, dwi wedi reiti fel captan i'r clwb, a chwarae teg. Dwi wrth y modd yn gweld nif yn fan yna, pel syml iawn i modlen, a gret across cyn modlen. A be mae Amy J yn neud, ydy sgorio gols.
A dyna fe nath i fyna. Reit, Gavin, mae wedi bod yn pethefnos fus iawn i ti'n bersonol. Ti wedi cymryd dros fel reolwr Pontypridd. Fel mae pethau mynd, hyd yn hyn?
I fod yn onas, wrth dwytha mynd i'r bari, ond yn gwybod oedd i'n fod yn gêm galad, blaw o ffordd ddath y bechgyn dod datblygu fel trwy'r wsos, y patrwn oedd yn chwarae ar y dysadwn, oedd y bechgyn yn ardderchog. A wedyn, obviously, oedd yn gwybod oedd yn mynd i gêm galad eto yn y Hwlffordd. Obviously, cael un send Luke Cummins yn mynd off ar ôl hanner awr, a chwarae teg i'r ogia oedd nhw'n ardderchog eto nos Wener. A gobeithio, bach o hyder nawr i mynd i fewn, gen ni bai Colwyn gêm nesa, sydd yn mynd yn gêm fawr i ni. Blaw, fel dwi wedi dweud, basically, mae pob peth i wneud efo ni, dim am be mae pob arall i wneud. Os wedi Pontypridd i canolbwyntio be da ni am wneud, dwi'n meddwl fydda'n un iawn.
8 gêm i fynd tan diwedd y tymor. Fi'n credu ta 8 yma, fi'n colli count o bethau. Ond just pa mor anodd, faint o her yw i Pontypridd aros yn y gyngrau? Chi'n hafal ar bwyntiau gyda bai Colwyn ar hyn o bryd sydd ar y gwylod. Dyfa just un gêm ar y tro yw ar hyn o bryd?
Ydy, dwi wedi deithio'r ogia, cyn i fi ddechrau, ond gen ni 30 o bwyntiau ar y bwrdd. A dyna ffordd da ni'n edrych. Gen ni 4 yn barod. So mae yna dargedau wedi cael ei wneud i'r hogiau i gyd fel unigolion a fel tîm. A mae pob yn gwybod, basically, beth da ni'n gorau wneud. Rhaid i ni giro 7 gem. Rhaid i ni giro 7 gem. A dyna beth dwi wedi trio reid i'r hogiau. Cybeithio, fydda ni'n curo mwy yn sydyn a dim.
O Gavin, diolch o galon am eich amser chi. A pob lwc am weddill y tymor, ac i ni'n mynd i fod yn fyw o Pontypridd ymhewn pethefnos y gêm enfawr yna yn erbyn bai Colwyn. Mae hwnna'n fyw ar-lein ac ar eich teledu clyfar. Amser cyn o dydd Llun y 4 ar 20 o Chwefror. Wel, amser am hoi fach arall nawr, ac i ni'n gyfarwydd iawn a Charlie Cosby ac Emlyn Lewis fel chwaraewyr y Met Caerdydd, ond nath criw sgorio i gael blas ar y ddau nhw fel rheolwyr.
Fath o reolwr wyt ti?
Because we're a part of the university, we have two programmes. So we have a domestic programme, which is obviously in the Premier League, the Saturday team, and then we have a university programme, which is the Buck system. Ryan heads up the Saturday programme, and then I'm responsible for the ones with Emily.
Mae fe'n wahanol, fel duality o rôl mewn ffordd, ond ie, mae fe'n brofiad pwysig iddo fi I wella a ddysgu fi hunan.
So we have a league game today. We are playing Southampton Solent. Deal with the transition early. Deal with the transition, you'll absolutely dominate the game. We need 3 points, tracking down top spot, which obviously is one of our aims. Go out, express yourself. Let's go.
Let's enjoy the game. All the best.
I love it personally. I've been doing it for a long time now. I've been working in the academy. Obviously we have an academy structure here as well, where we go from under 8s all the way through to 19s. I can't get enough of it.
Fath o reolwr wyt ti?
Cwestiwn da. Dwi'n credu dwi'n dda iawn efo'r chwewyr, dwi'n gweithio dda iawn efo'r chwewyr, dwi'n gweud be dwi'n meddwl, dwi'n digon cadar yn iddyn nhw, mae'n rhaid gweud.
Griff, bod yn faes, paid jyst eistedd mewn fyna?
Ond mae disgwyliadau yn y clwb, ond ni'n disgwyl yr un lefel ar y Mercher a Sadwrn. Felly mae hynny'n beth pwysig, so dwi'n trial pwysleisio hynny fy'n y dibyd arall.
I've been working with them for quite a few years now. Obviously we've been playing together for several years. I think it's 8-9 years now. But yeah, as a coach, he's fantastic. You'll probably see today he's really vocal.
Good! Carl outside! Yes, Carlo, aggressive bar! Fully stay! Good, Carlo! Play forward! Yes, for Skibbs! Yes, Skibbs, stretch it! Well done, Abe! Now control!
Dwi ddim yn gadael Charlie cael ffordd ei hun, mae'n rhaid gweud. So mae fe efo rhyw fath o syniadau, a dwi'n rhoi rhyw fath o challenge.
You know when you getting Griff to go inside?
Yeah.
He's not really the passer, is he?
He's not the pass, no, but ambell waith i'n rhoi rhyw fath o challenge. Hi'n oed jyst yn cytuno efo. Mae'n bwysig fel y ffordd dwi'n gweithio mewn gilydd, ond hefyd rhoi rhyw fath o challenge I gilydd. Griff stepping in just gives him something to think about.
I think he generally is a real prospect of a coach. Yes, Billy, now you're on, son. Get him swinging it. Come on, keep move it! Move it! Some of the move it!
Ni yn wahanol, fel ydych chi weld, a fi'n credu mae fe'n gweithio dda ar hyn y bryd.
How important is this team?
It's absolutely vital. Honestly, I can't explain how important it is. It's really difficult to kind of find spaces to develop players. So the Bucks is absolutely perfect. Yeah, the boys are on the bench on the weekend. They can just come away and get 90 minutes, 60 minutes, 70 minutes, whatever it is they need physically. It's difficult to play a couple games in a week, and so the Bucks system forces you to do that, but it's in a nice controlled environment.
Mae fe'n siant I chwaraewyr cael chwarae yn erbyn pobl sy'n oedran nhw mewn ffordd. So os mae'n 18-19, mae'n anodd wedyn chwarae yn y Cymru Prem ar ei Sadwrn, lle ti chwarae dynion mawr, cryf mewn ffordd. Mae'n debyg I rygbi, really, yndi. Sydd gallu fod yn anodd mewn ffordd y transition yna.
It's like, this is exactly what we didn't do the other day. 2 phases, and it opens up.
Dros 10 mlynedd diwetha, mae'r chweil wedi chwarae mewn gilydd ar y Mercher, wedyn hyd mynd teg at y Sadwrn. Falch o glywed mae fwy o hynny'n ddigwydd nawr, efo fwy o chweilwyr ifanc yn dod lan I chwarae yn y Cymru Prem.
Go, Shai, please, I've got... You'll see some faces, so some of the boys played against Bala on the weekend, so we're certainly going to be nursing minutes to make sure that they're not overloaded. Again, being ready for Carnarvon on Saturday.
Did on the last morning on the encroaching out. I just think so. Twice the next one.
Mae grŵp da iawn, a fi'n siŵr bod fel sgorio neu pobl yn y Cymru Prem, mae chwaraewyr newydd efo ni seino rhywun newydd. Ond da ni mae Skivington wedi bod efo ni ers mis Medi 2022, felly mae efo ni am spel nawr. Mae lot o waith wedi mewn I ffyn sydd yn bwysig, ond mae hefyd mae Charlie Bullock, mae Barney Sodi, mae Cian Williams, mae Jake Morris hefyd sy'n dod fewn nawr, Lewis Rees, Dixon Gubongo sydd hefyd yn myfyriwr. So mae llwyth o bobl gwahanol a chwaraewyr gwahanol sydd yn chwarae ar y Mercher hefyd yn chwarae Dydd Sadwrn. Os dyd hynny ddim yn digwydd, mae'r clwb yn cwmpo, mae'n rhaid gweud. Mae angen codi'r lefelau ar y Mercher yn neud siŵr bod yn paratoi am y Dydd Sadwrn. Achos heblaw hynny, bydd dim pathway I dod trwyddo a neud siŵr bod yn chwarae ar y lefel sydd eisiau yn chwarae I neud siŵr dyn ni'n saff yn y Cymru Prem. Dechrau'n lan, 3 points, 2 gol, methu cwyno gormod. Gath pawb arno sydd yn bwysig. A fi'n credu ti'n Lewis Rees yn dod ymlaen hefyd yn helpu 30 munud yn barod yn mynd i Sadwrn. So mae'n beth yn positif.
Y gol tymor yma yw dyrchafiad wrth gwrs nôl i'r uwch adran. Chi'n mor agos tymor diwetha.
Mae'n i mor agos yn anffodus wedi colli Chichester a nawr nhw wedi ennill y Premier. So gobeithio eto dyrchafiad mewn i'r box Prem a'r ôl un bydd hi'n hapus iawn.
Nôl lle mae Met yn fod.
I fod, yn i fod na, gobeithio. Heidd i fod na, gobeithio. Ond mae'n anodd. Mae'n anodd. Dwi'n beth rhwydd iawn efo box. Mae pawb mor cystadleuol os mynd i'n chwarae lawr yn box 3 neu box 4. Mae popeth mor anodd dal i ennill pwyntiau. So felly, dwi'n bod i pa gyngred tu mewn ffordd mae'n dwi'n beth rwydd. Ond dylen ni fod fel prifysgol a fel cwb yn box Prem.
Chwarae teg, fi'n gredu'r cryf dylsyn ni gael microphones ar bob reolwr yn ystod gemau. Reit, digon o bêl-drod i ddod wythnos yma. Cofiwch nos lun, allwch chi weld holl eich apwyntiad penwythnos o gyngreiriau Cymru am hanner awr. Wedi 9, a wedyn dydd Sadwrn, mae'r ffocws yn troi at Gwpan Cymru. Rownd yr wyth olaf ac ni'n fyw o Faes Tegid wrth i'r Bala, groesawu mynydd y Fflint. Ond ni'n barod am yr ail hanner fan hyn yn Aberystwyth nôl ato ni at Gwenan a Dylan.
Diolch, Sioned. Thank you, Sioned. Welcome back to Red Button Commentary here with myself, Mike Davis, and former Welsh international Kath Morgan. Kath, we've seen quite an exciting first half there with the New Saints starting on fire and scoring in the first minute. Aber, well, getting the equaliser just after half an hour through Amy Jenkins.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a thrilling second half. I think all to play for. If the score stays like this, then Aberystwyth, will take that 4th spot. So TNS are now chasing the game, and I'm sure they will continue to do so.
Well, they dominated possession in the first half. They scored the goal, but they hit the post. They've struck the bar twice. They've been really unlucky not to go ahead, and there's a question mark as well regarding the performance of the goalkeeper Margot Farnes.
I think defensively Aberystwyth haven't been at their best today. I think they're finding it difficult to clear lines properly and to get that ball away from any threat of their goal. But it's a new half. The managers would have both sat down the players and given them information as to how they need to deal with the second half, and let's hope it's an open game.
What will have been said at half-time? There's Gary Lewis in your picture there. What would he have said to his charges?
I think he knows, obviously, that, they probably didn't perform, as they can do. So it's just about, settling them down, doing the basics right. If you do the basics right, then the game will flow nicely for you. I think nerves, are going to be prevalent, to be fair. I think it's natural. So, and they're a very young squad. So we have to take that into, account as well.
There's Duggan. Duggan looking to spread it to Lleuci Mathias. It's been really competitive between Mathias and Evie Williams. 3 around Lleuci Mathias. Crowd are out. And New Saints do well to clear, but that was another excellent pass by Niamh Duggan to the right winger Mathias. But here's Libby Mathias to Margot Farnes. And again, distribution not what it could be.
Good work here, to be fair. Trying to keep the ball alive. I think Aberystwyth just need to have a little bit of confidence. I think, in saying that, they conceding a corner there, but they have to win the first ball now in Averley. If they don't win the first ball, then TNS could create an opportunity for themselves.
And in so doing, conceding the corner, the ball will get floated in. I thought they might put a bit more pressure on the goalkeeper there. It breaks to Leah Lewis.
Great defensive work by Aberystwyth there, to be fair. Really good distance on the clearance, which is what we haven't seen in the first half. So that's great to see.
It'll be Bethan Lewis, the captain, with the throw. He's been prominent in attack as well, some excellent crosses. Shirley, who looks a really quick attacker, playing in the number 10 position. It's Helen Evans. Evans, can she win another corner? No, well, they do. Aberystwyth.
That's a poor clearance.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? You know, she had more time then, so the goalkeeper has to communicate to tell her she has more time. She could have taken a touch and then, you know, possibly got a greater distance on that clearance. But now TNS, you know, are in a good position to create another opportunity to attack.
And Isabel Redding is up from the back. You'll also be looking for Emily Ridge. This is Chapman. She floats it in again. Pressure on the goalkeeper. They failed to clear to start with, and then Niamh Duggan and Anywhere will do. But once again, the floated cross causing all sorts of problems in the Aber defence.
It's an excellent ball in. Absolutely excellent. I mean, you know, to be fair, Aberystwyth did defend it reasonably well, but you cannot ask any more than to put the ball in the danger area, and they have done that time after time. It's a responsibility then of the players to be brave enough to get good contact and good direction, you know, on the effort at goal.
Aber will be happy to see the ball down in the New Saints half. The ball dribbles harmlessly through to the goalkeeper, who's also had an excellent evening, Mackenzie Hayden-Jones, back from illness, and that was a super save, wasn't it, from Schofield's header.
Yeah, well, she just can read the game, you know what I mean? She's agile, she's able to move, and she's only young, you know, and small as well. So goalkeepers, you know, are a product that we need to improve in that area in the women's game. But then again, where's the investment? If there's no investment in developing goalkeepers, then, you know what I mean, a lot of clubs haven't got the finances to get a goalkeeper coach in, and generally the goalkeepers are the forgotten player in the squad, but they're so important. So for me, there needs to be a goalkeeper academy for female players.
Duggan, Morley Hughes, oh, excellent save by Hayden-Jones. That was a super move by Aberystwyth, one of the best that they've produced this evening. Started with Lleucu Mathias.
Yeah, I mean, great ball from midfield there, you know. Again, Duggan, to be fair, she's taken it early. She's taken it early there. Possibly could have gone across the goal, but the contact and the power in the shot was great there. But could she have possibly, you know, put it across the goal? But good effort.
And it was Niamh Duggan with the defence splitting pass, to be fair. Morley Hughes, I think she's stronger on her right foot, took it first time on her left, in at the near post. But again, Hayden-Jones, 19 years of age, TNS goalkeeper, super save.
You know, Morley Hughes, 16 years of age. Yeah. So, you know, to be fair, there's no criticism here. You know, this team is only going to develop and only going to get better technically, physically, tactically. Yeah, it's a team to watch for sure.
And it's Fiona Evans who's conceded a third corner in the second half, and each one has caused its problems for the Aberystwyth defenders and goalkeeper.
Yeah, TNS just got to make sure that they're brave enough.
And in it comes, and again it's a TNS header at the far post. I think it hit the back of her head, Redding.
Yeah, to be fair to fans, she's got her hand on that ball now, you know what I mean, to try and tip it over. Yeah, she's miles away from it. Miles away from it. She's called, and yet she hasn't made that contact, making it difficult.
I think, to be fair, I think it came off Rebecca Mathias there, and that put off Matilda Edge, and it was just as well for Aberystwyth that Mathias got that touch. Kath. Well, Hayden-Jones does clear eventually, and it's Redding out to the right-hand side, and it's Niamh Duggan who's so busy, so influential, so dynamic for Aberystwyth. And it's Jenkins, beats her opponent, looks to cross, and it was Lleucu Mathias who was in the 6-yard box waiting for the cross. But good work by Amy Jenkins and Niamh Duggan.
Yeah, to be fair, Amy Jenkins tried to cut that ball back, which was the right thing to do. She didn't try to cross it, she tried to cut it back. But to be fair to the TNS defenders, you know, they read that pass, and now it's a corner for Aberystwyth.
Duggan floats it in, looking for Schofield, looking for Mathias. This is Lleucu Mathias. Looking around, turns into trouble, but beats the defender, beats the first defender, wins a free kick. Protestations from the TNS defenders and from Captain Beth Lewis.
Yeah, great skill here, to be fair, and endeavour to try and keep the ball. Oh, there's not much in that.
We see.
No wonder Lewis was a little bit furious with that one. I would be too.
We've been rather bemused by some of the decisions, Kath, I think we'll call it that. Well, this is an opportunity for Aberystwyth. Niamh Duggan, I'm sure, will be over the free kick. In it comes, and she's done it! Exactly the same as last week. Duggan floated a ball in against Swansea City and scored a wonderful goal. But this one is even better from a difficult angle over the head of Mackenzie Hayden-Jones, and suddenly Aberystwyth are ahead. 54 minutes played. Niamh Duggan scores her 6th goal of the season. What a finish.
Well, it's a different ball, isn't it? I mean, it is a lower trajectory, but the power on that shot was too much. The goalkeeper was unfortunately 2 steps too close to the near post, and therefore when the ball goes up, she can't adjust her feet quick enough to even get anything on it. But you look at the speed and accuracy and power of that ball. That is what's beaten our goalkeeper. Great goal.
Well, super play by Niamh Duggan, the former Reading player, only 18 years of age. She wears her socks like Jack Grealish. She plays like Jack Grealish.
Well, you know, you have to go back to the age. You cannot underestimate how talented this group of players are when, you know, you got 3 16-year-olds, 1 17, 1 18, 1 19. Mike, they're playing against women. They're playing women's football. So hats off to the system here in Aberystwyth, because it's working.
Aberystwyth ahead in the mini table, 3 points ahead, and a 7-goal difference as well. The New Saints will now need to score twice to get them into 4th place. But here is an opportunity, an early opportunity to draw level. Captain Lewis over the ball, floats it in. It's free at the far post again. Aberystwyth failed to clear.
A great bowling by Beth Lewis. Again, I'll say it again, you cannot ask any more of your captain than to deliver a ball of that quality.
They spread it wide, opportunity to cross comes shot. Morley Hughes, but it's straight to Shirley, and she's closed down well by Matthias. That was excellent play by Matthias, and it's she that clears as well.
Yeah, Aberystwyth putting their bodies on the line and making sure they're blocking shots and getting to the ball first, which is, you know, a lot better than we saw in the first half. So, you know, they've certainly been given information about how to clear their lines more effectively, and to be fair, they are doing that, Aberystwyth.
Body language of frustration from Greg Draper. Aberystwyth move the ball forward to Jenkins. Jenkins, the focal point for their attack, holds the ball up well. Ball played back, encouraging the run for Morley Hughes. It's slightly too far in front of her, and it's collected comfortably by Hayden-Jones. How critical would you be of Hayden-Jones for that 2nd goal by Niamh Duggan, or was it the quality and the strength of the strike?
Yeah, I think technically you've got a commander. It was excellent technically. The weight of pass as regards to the shot, the power on the pass, the technique. The only thing I would say about Hayden-Jones is that she was probably 2 steps towards her near post. If she was 2 steps further back, then she might have been able to get a hand to it. But, you know, what a goal.
Oh, what a strike! And it's Leah Lewis. Oh, what a right foot strike by Leah Lewis. And suddenly the game turns again. And this time in favour of the New Saints. They needed 2 goals for 4th place. But what a finish. Duggan's strike was superb. If anything, this was better.
Wow. Technically, absolutely sublime. I mean, you know, lucky that they've got the defensive headers come off a green shirt there. But Leah Lewis, she has just read the pass, read that ball is coming to her, and it's on the half volley, to be fair, and she's absolutely nailed down the back of the net. Wonderful goal. And, you know, now they can start to believe again that the game is open to be taken here.
Well, I tell you what, I think Declan McManus and Brad Young from the Fens first team would have been proud of that strike had they scored a goal of that quality.
Yeah, fair play. You know, and the celebration was muted, really. They just won't get the ball back and let's go again. So, yeah, to be fair, the Aberystwyth goalkeeper had absolutely no chance. I don't think she's even seen it.
Well, our graphics person here has been really busy, and this is the graphic we've seen more than any other. The mini-league. Aberystwyth continue to hold 4th place, but now the New Saints only need one more goal to force themselves above Aberystwyth. They need the win. Aber will be content with a draw.
It's a great spectacle, isn't it? You know, a great game, fair play for two teams. You know what I mean? Who, as we said before, the league says there's nothing between them, and there isn't.
It finished 2-2 in the Welsh Cup game earlier in the season. Oh, there's a late tackle there. Has it been given?
Referee.
Well, I was bemused. I'm now baffled by Richard Wright's decision there.
It's a dreadful foul.
Oh, well, there we are. Aberystwyth. Well, there's a pull there. Well, let's see. Are we both wrong, Kath?
We might be. It wouldn't be the first time. Oh, that is a dreadful tackle.
That's a dangerous
It
tackle
is.
there from the scorer, wasn't it? Leah Lewis. She's left her foot in there. And Aberystwyth do have a free kick now, just outside the centre circle. Things really hotting up. Ball played forward. Here comes Matthias! And she gets there first. No offside flag, no foul. And Becky Matthias has got the all-important touch. And Aberystwyth are back in front.
Do you know what? I'm not even sure the referee knew what to do then in that instance, because he just stopped, stood still. You know, we've got two players who could be potentially seriously injured here. And I don't know what he's doing.
I presume he's given the goal.
But he hasn't made any gesture to give that goal.
Well, I went straight to the referee's assistant far side. So brave.
So it's a kick in the head or a kick in the face for the goalkeeper for a start. She's got every right to go for it, you know what I mean, the Aberystwyth player, which is fine. However, if you look at how high her leg is and how the goalkeeper's run out, that is very, very, very dangerous play.
It's so brave. Eyes on the ball.
Yeah,
she comes for it. Does the goalkeeper hesitate slightly?
I think Rebecca Matthias got every right to go for this. She's not looking at the goalkeeper for the first, so that in her defence, that's fine. The goalkeeper is kind of swooping down a little bit. So I guess that she has lowered her body angle and therefore has had the contact. But Matthias has got every right to... She was not looking at the goalkeeper at the time. But, you know, it's certainly, you know, a dangerous one. But, yeah.
Well, the good news is that both girls are back on their feet. Here it comes again, Kath.
Straight, long ball, high ball, cause chaos. And Matthias is there first. You know, TNS players are, you know, not even interested in trying to defend that ball. Everybody's watching. Yeah, you know.
Well, it's a superb finish, to be fair to.
Yeah.
And so brave from both players. And an assist as well for Niamh Duggan to go with a super strike.
But it's another straight ball, Mike, which has hurt them in the first couple of minutes. It's the same tactic that they're now 3-2 up.
Well, Niamh Duggan's got a stranglehold on this game, and what a game it is. Aberystwyth 3, the New Saints 2. Plenty of time for the New Saints to strike back. We spoke about it, didn't we, Kath, before the game, about the number of goals that had been scored in these games. It was 4-3 earlier in the season for the New Saints. It was 2-2 in the Welsh Cup game. Last year it was 3-3 here between the two sides and a 3-0 win for TNS. And Aberystwyth are back above the New Saints. Well, they were above them anyway, but equal on points with a better goal difference. And again, Greg Draper's team require 2 goals to secure a 4th place finish.
Yeah, to be fair, I mean, you look at this game, you know, the character of these players to come back and fight and work as a team, you know, it's fantastic. It's a great game of football.
A lot has been made about the Wrexham, Swansea and Cardiff teams going semi-professional, etc. But we've had an excellent game here from two sides in the middle of the Genero Adran Premier League.
Yeah, and especially when you look at the age of these players, the average age, even the TNS team, they've only got a couple of players who would experience. So, yeah, it's great to see.
Excellent tackle again, but the cross comes in, and the header is this time collected by Margot Farnes. Dangerous cross, and it was Matilda Edge with the header.
Yeah, I think Edge knew that was, it just came from the top of her head, didn't it? But she knew it was a great opportunity, but didn't quite make enough contact for that ball to hurt the goalkeeper.
Matthias onto Lleuki Matthias. Good skill from Lleuki Matthias, but again she's crowded out. And it's Lewis out to the left-hand side. Super Bowl later this evening, Kath, but it's a super game here between Aberystwyth and the New Saints. 3-2 to the home side. First substitution of the evening. And it's Matilda Edge who leaves the field, and she's replaced by Melanie Barlow, a new signing from Connors Quay Nomads. 2 goals in 6 appearances for the Nomads, for Melanie Barlow.
Well, she'll certainly want to influence this game, for the half an hour that is left.
I must admit, when I was travelling up today, Kat, to watch the game, I was thinking, how will Aber approach this? Will they just try and absorb a lot of pressure, take the sting out of the game? Will they go for it? But that early goal almost changed the whole perspective of the game, didn't it?
Well, I think they were in shock, weren't they, for the first half an hour, and then started to play for the latter part of the first half, and have slowly, I think they needed to regroup half-time, to be fair. But I have to say, I'm impressed by both teams. I think that, they've both shown a great account of themselves. Individually, there's talent in both squads here, and I think everybody's doing a great job to kind of coach them into this game, because this is a very good level of football for youngsters. For experienced players it's hard enough. You look at Swansea and Cardiff, who've got experienced players in their team, but for these youngsters to commit and to perform at this level under this intense pressure, you can only praise it.
And look at the encouragement Gary Lewis is giving his young players.
Yeah, I hope the fashion police aren't here for what he's wearing. That's the only thing that concerns me about Gary Lewis, the manager of Aberystwyth. I'm going to have to speak to him after the game about what to wear on the side.
429 appearances for Aberystwyth in the Welsh Premier League. But here comes the free kick from Aber. Elan Jones, not the best first touch from her. Ball is cleared. Ridge competes for TNS on the far side. Not too much there. They had to look for the pass inside, and we just saw a clip as well of Gavin Allen, the former manager here. I'm sure he's very, very proud of the way that the girls have performed this evening.
Yeah, definitely. He's done all the hard work,
and it's been a difficult. It's an upheaval, isn't it, for the club when you've got a manager sacked, the girls doing well, and everything that goes with it.
Well, the problem was, I think, the decision by the board to change managers when the players were quite keen for him to stay until the split. And as players, we get hurt by that.
What a turn by Morley Hughes past Lewis, cuts inside, shows a little too much of the ball there. Aberystwyth do collect. But this time it's TNS on the counter. They need 2 goals. And Leah Lewis, but again it's Matthias with a crunching tackle. She's so brave, that Rebecca Matthias, I must admit. She scored that all-important 3rd goal and went straight in there. And it's Matthias spreads it out, but this time not to Morley Hughes.
Yeah, there's a couple of players down now.
Is this a foul? Oh my goodness.
But I don't know how close the referee can be to make that decision, because studs it up, they've caught it on the top of the shin, and that potentially could be a career-threatening foul. That's twice now that referee has missed tackles, and he is literally 1 yard away from him. And that, I don't care what level you're refereeing, you have to protect players. And if you don't protect players, these players are not earning any money from their livelihoods. You've got to take a responsibility to be consistently correct. And unfortunately, this referee has not done that today.
We slow it right down here. Oh my goodness, that's a leg breaker. I mean, we saw a red card in Haverfordwest on Friday night. Luke Cummings being sent off, straight red card.
But
dangerous tackle.
The referee is standing so close there to make a decision. I mean, I don't understand.
Oh, it looks like Amy Jenkins is injured and will have to leave the field, and it's Rebecca Mathias who takes over as captain. Amy Jenkins' header, and it was her goal that brought Aberystwyth back into the game. That cross from Magdalene Gwynn, set up by Niamh Duggan.
You know, great pace on the cross for the first one by Magdalene, and then obviously it's an accurate, powerful header, you know, that the goalkeeper can't do anything about.
Amy Jenkins leaves the field, congratulated by all the coaching staff. And it's Gwen Llian Jones wearing 12, who's the replacement. Her only goal this season was against the New Saints. Again, 17 years of age, Kath.
Yeah, I think she's another Penworthy girl, I believe. So yeah, you know, the product is working. These girls are local girls who play for their local team. The pathway is correct, and you know the pathway is correct because they're playing against women and experienced players. So yeah, great work in the area, to be fair. And from a coach myself, we need more of this in all the clubs.
Yeah, and you talked about you know, the schools from where the girls are pupils. Lleucu Mathias is from a school, Bro Teifi, Lily Morley Hughes at Penglais, and they represent Ceredigion schools as well. And the Ceredigion schools under 15s, who they played for last season, were Welsh champions, inter-association champions, beating Cardiff and the Vale in the final, ironically at TNS.
Yeah.
Ball is cleared by TNS, but the clock is ticking down. Less than 20 minutes to play here at Park Avenue. Aber have the advantage. 3 goals to 2 they lead. Goals by Jenkins, Duggan and Mathias. Fiona Evans, we will see every Saturday, sitting behind Colin Caton as the Bala physio, playing in the left back position for Aberystwyth ladies. Mathias in strongly again. Ball breaks kindly for TNS. Libby Mathias, very cool, calm. But they give the ball away. There's Ridge looking to close down Libby Mathias.
She needs support. She needs support.
She's quite happy to keep the ball there, but Aber struggled to clear, and this is where they've had problems there in the centre of midfield. But fortunately for them, it breaks to the substitute, Gwen Llian Jones. But Jones looking to spread the ball wide, but it'll be a throw for TNS.
Yeah, I think that's the problem with Aberystwyth, is that they don't clear their lines early enough. You know, it's fine that you can protect the ball in the corner, but could there have been opportunities where Aberystwyth could have cleared their lines to ease the pressure about 20 seconds before that? So, you know, you don't need to be a hero. You just need to clear your lines to give everybody, you know, some air in their lungs.
Duggan again on the ball. Another goal. Esme Kilburn-Thompson has drawn Cardiff Met level at the Rock. Wrexham 1, Cardiff Met won, cancelling out Rosie Hughes' goal.
Well, Wrexham in their last 2 games have scored late on, you know, I don't think that game is going to stay that way.
And whoever finishes in 4th place, they do have a real challenge on their hands, taking on the semi-pro teams of Wrexham, Swansea and Cardiff. But it'll be excellent experience for whichever team gets there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And you know, you want to pitch yourselves against these teams. You know, when I played in the Premier League, Barrytown, we were the only Welsh club against Arsenal, Everton, Fulham. Nobody wanted to play you. Everybody gave you no hope whatsoever of being competitive. And Aberystwyth or TNS, whoever goes through, they will want to prove, and they have proven in recent results, that they can compete. You know, and you don't lie down and let these teams roll you over. So yeah, the underdogs is a good place to be, I would say.
No win in 4 for Aberystwyth against the New Saints over 2 seasons. Looking to break the mould. But the New Saints are going to make an important change here. And it's the captain, Beth Lewis, that's leaving the field. The right back. And Leah Lewis takes over. And Lauren Dunkley will take her place. I think she's known as Grace Dunkley. And she's just signed from the FAW Girls Academy from North Wales. So it's an under-19s international. Wales under-19s. Oh, and a yellow card.
Yeah, Duggan there put 2 hands on the back of the TNS player. I'm afraid you can't do that, regardless of your frustrations. Just retaliation there.
So first yellow card of the evening.
Ironic for a push.
Yes, we've seen enough pretty nasty tackles, but it's Niamh Duggan who receives the yellow card. Now then. Oh, yeah, two hands on the back of an opponent. Can't grumble with that.
Nobody's missed worse.
And a shock at the Rock. It's Wrexham 1, Cardiff Met 2. Anna Houghton has got the second goal for Cardiff Met, who are not having a particularly successful season, currently in 7th place.
Anna Houghton was one of our College of Cymru students, so yeah. I still don't think that game's over though.
No, I agree. Here comes Aber, and it's not over here either, but less than 15 minutes left, and here's Chapman. And she's been quite quiet in the second half. And having said that, she collects the ball. Second time she's in the move. Caitlin Chapman. And super pass to Shirley. Oh, that was what an opportunity that would have been. But again, Aberystwyth's defenders step in, stop the attack. But super play by the TNS girls.
Yeah, excellent, to be fair. You know, weight of pass, movement, all in one pattern of play there from an attacking point of view. It could have been clinical. Just that one final pass needed.
Good play there by Gwenllian Jones for Aberystwyth. Niamh Duggan needs to be careful here. She's fouled. She's on a yellow card.
Pleading innocence. That's the way to do it.
.13 minutes to play. Free kick to TNS. They played up that left-hand side. Elan Jones lets the ball drift over the touchline.
Yeah, Aberystwyth, you know, will be happy to slow this game down now as long as the ball is in the right areas of the field. They have no concerns whatsoever. You know, they will walk to every throw-in. They will take the time over goal kicks and things. You know, as long as the score stays here, they know that they've achieved what they wanted to achieve.
Kath, I find it interesting Currently, Wales under 17s are away playing a couple of friendlies, lost to Belgium, beat Czech Republic. And most of those girls, well, if not all of them, are taken from the North and South academies. And are any of the Genero Adran Premier 16-year-olds included?
I'm not sure what the rule is, to be honest, Lou, but for me, if these players are competing week in, week out against female opposition and they're in that age group, there is no question they should be in that squad. Because if everybody else is playing under 19s football, you cannot compare this level of football with the under 19 league. There's no comparison. So, you know, for me, if that's the case, the pathway isn't working, because these players are being overlooked and they are competing week in, week out against women. And if you're young enough, as they say, and you're good enough, you should be in this team.
Well, it's a corner for the New Saints, and the corners have caused all sorts of problems for Margot Farnes, and the ball is free, but Aber get to it first, and they do clear, and it's Morley Hughes after it. And here comes Flaky Matthias, but across is Redding. Shirley, good play by Chloe Shirley. Shirley free in the middle. Shirley again, second time in the move. Is she taken out there? No, she's not. Chapman collects for the New Saints. The cross is into the near post, and there's nobody there wearing a TNS shirt.
Ah, you just needed that cross then. I know they're tired, these players now, but you just needed that cross to be a little bit more flighted, a little bit higher in the air, because there were two TNS players unmarked on the far post, which is a shame. Great play, though.
Libby Matthias has had an immense game in the middle of the Aberystwyth defence there. She's so cool on the ball, in the right place, and with Rebecca Matthias, they're so competitive. And I'm sure the fact if Aberystwyth are to finish in fourth place, Kath, it will draw in a bigger attendances as well.
Well, yeah, let's hope so, because these girls deserve to play in front of big crowds, you know, as do all of the Adran Premier.
Ball is spread wide, but Margot Farnes collects and falls on the ball.
Yeah, great idea, to be fair, just the execution and the direction wasn't quite as accurate as needed there. But good endeavour, you know, and I think that, you know, we're still 10 minutes in, and TNS are proving here that they've not given up.
There's a foul there. There's one by Niamh Duggan.
Yeah, a scream always helps.
The foul by Barlow, the new signing from Connors Quay. Oof. In from the side. Talk about into the side in rugby. That was a really strong tackle there.
Yeah, it's been a great battle in midfield, to be fair.
Well, the last time the ball was played forward, it was Matthias, and she's gone for a... that's wasted, really.
You know, I think her head went in on the tackle and couldn't compose herself to... You're better off putting the ball in the box there to create something.
Space in front of Shirley, could be offside against Emily Ridge, but the ball is harmlessly through to Margot Farnes, and she takes her time. There's been a goal drought, Kath. No goal in the last 20 minutes. Aberystwyth lead by 3 goals to 2 goals by Amy Jenkins in the first half. Niamh Duggan with that super free kick, and the brave play by Rebecca Matthias. Caitlin Chapman opening the scoring for the New Saints in the first minute, and then that super strike by Leah Lewis on the half volley. Duggan once again with a set play, but that's too direct. They need to play that on the angle, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, it's a straight ball. You know, you coach your children at any level not to play straight balls or square balls. So I think it's tiredness, mate. You know what I mean? And I mean, it's more of a hope than anything. But you know, you play that on the wider areas, and you've got players in there who are technically and physically good enough.
Huge goal at Leckwith, and it's Cardiff City 0, Swansea City 2. And it's Katie Hosford with the second goal for Swansea City. And Wrexham have drawn level. And it's Gibbard with the equaliser. Wrexham 2, Cardiff Met 2. Exactly what Kath Morgan...
It's a great result for Swansea. You know, they're away, playing against the league leaders. I know possibly that, you know, that the stats won't allow Swansea to catch them. However, from a Swansea point of view, with confidence and building results, then, you know, that is a great result. And I still feel that Wrexham will pinch that against Cardiff Met.
Well, the gap will be down to 5 points if the result remains the same there at Leckwith, with Swansea ahead by 2-0. And of course they will take Cardiff's unbeaten record as well.
Yeah, and the thing is, you never know what a loss could do. You know, it could trigger a little bit of doubt, or, you know what I mean, a loss in confidence. But I know Swansea haven't, you know, been at their best this season, but, you know, the fact that this win will come hopefully at Leckwith for Swansea will do the league the world of good.
Lockley with a pass, and the cross comes in when Margot Farnes collects. There are 6 minutes left, but I reckon with the substitutions and the injuries we've had in the second half, it could well be a good 10 minutes to play here, Kath.
Yes, the fashion now, isn't it? I think the games are far longer than 90 minutes.
Elan Jones concedes the throw, but she defends well there.
Yeah, Aberystwyth have definitely defended better as a unit in the second half. I think they were quite frail in the first half, and I think nerves had a part to play in that. But to be fair, you know, these youngsters, they've taken responsibility in the second half. They know what the prize was, and they have worked hard to achieve the fact that they've been able to pull themselves back into this game, you know, and have been ahead twice. So, yeah, it's a good 10 minutes to go.
Five minutes left. Greg Draper in deep thought here. What has his players got left in the tank? Having gone ahead and then come back to draw level, but what's going through this man's mind as well? Gavin Allen, having spent so much time developing the team here at Aberystwyth, he will be so proud if he can see the girls reach the top 4. Just to remind you, he's taken over as the Pontypridd men's team manager, and he's done very well in his first 2 games. A win away at Barry Town and a creditable draw with only 10 men at Haverfordwest on Friday night. But here come Aberystwyth, and it's Heiki Mathias, and she's done well there.
That's mature play, that is, to hold the ball up, knowing there was no support around her. To have the composure to stop the ball, turn around and keep possession for a green shirt is exceptional for a young player.
Good play there as well by Gwen Llian Jones, closing down her opposition number, forcing the goal kick. And a player, Evie Williams, who we mentioned so much in the first half, Kath, been quite anonymous in the second half.
Yeah, she's been quiet. You know, I mean, as youngsters, you can't stand out for 90 minutes, Mike, to be fair. You know, you have peaks and troughs, but, you know, in the first half she stood out. Very athletic, powerful, technically very, very good. But then you have to, you know, say well done to Aberystwyth. They've kept the ball away from her. They've gone down the other side, so yeah.
Yeah, it's been a more mature defensive display by Aberystwyth in the second half. They've also got those 2 goals, obviously, but they have been a lot better in their defensive work in the second half. And they win the free kick there, and again it's Heiki Mathias shielding the ball well, drawing the foul from Barlow.
I don't think Barlow can argue, to be honest with you, because it was a definite foul. I mean, I just hope now that Duggan doesn't waste this now, you know. Float the ball in, and try and compete in that 18-yard box for it instead of trying to go for goal herself.
2 minutes left. Duggan. Again, she goes for goal. And I think we've seen the same tactic on too many occasions in the second half now, haven't we?
Yeah, I think, you know, I understand that technically she's good enough to do that, but the goalkeeper will read that situation. You know, for me, the only player I've seen being able to do that time and time again in this league is Chloe Chivers, who was able to get direction, accuracy, power behind long shots like that. But yeah, it frustrates me actually when I see players doing that.
Oh, Modlin Gwyn was caught late there, and it'll just be a goal kick, I think. But I think the TNS player has come off worse. Is it Helen Evans? Yeah, it is Helen Evans was caught there.
We know the referee doesn't give such tackles.
Another goal for Barry, and it's Hannah Bennett with the second against Pontypridd. And that, if the scores remain the same, it would mean that Barry would be within a point of the New Saints, who would finish 5th. Into the last minute. Did that cross the line? I thought it had crossed. It has crossed the touchline. Will be a throw for the New Saints. Well, as we into the last minute, Kath, what are your reflections on what's been an exciting evening here at Park Avenue?
Yeah, I think it's been a great spectacle, to be fair. Both teams have, you know, stood up to the plate. They've done really, really well. It's been end-to-end competitive game. Yeah, and I think it's a performance that both teams can be proud of.
Gwen Jones looking to release Heikki Mathias, but it's back with Hayden Jones, the TNS keeper. Time running out, 5 minutes added time. And the free kick for Aberystwyth is exactly what they want here, to run the clock down.
Yeah, the heavens have opened now, and I think the referee's annoyed that he's given 5 minutes there. Otherwise they don't be in the changing room.
Commentary box above us, Welsh commentary out in the elements, and we're really cosy here, aren't we, Kath?
Oh, I'm freezing. No, we have been looked after this afternoon. Diolch, Scorio.
This is Niamh Duggan, one of the star players for Aberystwyth this evening, to Libby Mathias, coolest player on the pitch. Niamh Duggan loses out, and an opportunity here late on. Chapman, but she's going away from goal, needs support. Ball crossed in, and it's, just onto the roof of the net from Helen Evans. The cross came in low. She got to the ball first, lifted it over the keeper, but also over the bar.
Yeah, I didn't get any contact, to be honest with you. I don't think it would have bothered the goalkeeper, but yeah, she's gone under that ball. Oh, it's Hailstone in now here. Wow.
Well, we've had it all, Kath, this evening, haven't we, really?
The pitch is suddenly white.
What was that? Was that thunder?
Could have been.
Well, we played 2 minutes of the 5 that have been added. Dramatic finishes. Yeah, we've had dramatic finishes, and we've had having a dramatic finish here in terms of the weather. What a shower that was. Gwenllian Jones on instead of Amy Jenkins. She's done well since she's come on, only 17 years of age, 13th appearance. Aberystwyth happy to run the clock down. The TNS will look back here, and an opportunity lost. Scourfield clears, but only straight to a TNS player. Late pressure here from the visitors, but they do need two goals. The draw won't do. Shirley, edge of the box is Chapman, and a free kick is awarded. And Libby Matthias cannot believe it. She says, I got the ball, but it's a foul on Emily Ridge, just outside the box. Kath?
I think because her foot was high above the ball, if you look, she has made contact with the foot. But we know the referee likes to leave those go, so I'm surprised he's made that call 94 minutes in.
Well, the substitute, it's Melanie Barlow over the ball.
This will be a goal.
Central and into the wall, opportunity, good defending, third opportunity for Barlow. It's the Aberystwyth supporters you can hear, but here's an opportunity, Barlow again, oh, deflected in, oh my goodness me, it's Barlow with the equaliser, with about 30 seconds left. Aberystwyth 3, the New Saints 3, there will be time for kick-off. There will be time for the New Saints to grab a winner. Well, we've seen it all this evening, Kath.
Endeavour, determination, you know, the want to win that ball first. To be fair, I mean, TNS just peppered Aberystwyth. They won every first ball, every second ball, and they knew in the end the goal would come. So, yeah, thoroughly deserved it.
Well, we have played the 5 minutes. Melanie Barlow strikes in her first appearance. And there is the final whistle. No more added time. Aberystwyth celebrate. They reach the top 4 of the Genero Adran Premier. They will join the big 3. Cardiff City, Swansea City and Wrexham. Gary Lewis, newly appointed manager. What an evening for these young players, Lily Morley-Hughes and Llaki Matthias. The TNS players are out on their feet. What an evening we've had of drama here at Park Avenue. Caitlin Chapman put the Saints ahead. Amy Jenkins heading Aber level. Niamh Duggan putting Aber ahead. And then Leah Lewis bringing the Saints level before Matthias made it 3-2 and Melanie Barlow 3-all. Such young players, such young talent. What a superb evening's entertainment. It's finished here. Aberystwyth 3, the New Saints 3.
Yeah, what a wonderful occasion, you know, and a spectacle for these teams who are mid-table. You know, mutual respect at the end of the game, although TNS players, you know, fell to their knees in disappointment. Nobody can ask any more of any of these players. They've given everything, they've played with each other, you know what I mean? They've shown, we've seen some amazing goals. Yes, you know, you can question the defending, but at the end of the day, it's an open game. And they can be all proud of themselves, you know. I think for very young players on both teams, especially Aberystwyth, it's incredible to think when you looked at how young these players are. It's been a brilliant spectacle for this league. And
you can see what it means as well. Those young players celebrating together.
Well, hard work pays off, you know, and the league table doesn't lie. So the truth is, you know, you're where you deserve to be at the end of this split situation. And all the hard work that Gavin Allen, you know, and Gary has put in, then, you know, it's come to fruition here.
And it's Kel Thomas celebrating with Libby Isaac there. Libby Isaac was a superb defender, and look at the crowd celebrating as well. Only 40 fewer than saw the first team men's team lose here against Colwyn Bay on Friday night, and they will draw in more and more support when they bring Cardiff City, Swansea City and Wrexham to Park Avenue. What a super evening. It's finished 3-all. We'll go down to Sioned.
Amy Modlen, Sean gyferchiadau. Am ddrama Modlen oedd o'r at y tŷ gynta, jyst fel i ti'n teimlo ar ôl gêm hollol bonkers.
Fi'n knackered. Fi wedi blino a fi jyst hapus bod ni wedi wneud e. Fi'n meddwl gymaint o pressure, gymaint o fatha anticipation am y gêm ma, fi eisiau hapus bod ni di ennill.
Amy, I've got to ask, when you conceded so early on in the game, were you panicking at all? Were you thinking, oh gosh, this is going to be a long night?
No, not at all. Obviously, it wasn't ideal to go 1-0 down and it was a cross. So I just tried to get the girls going, and that's what we're good at. Backs against the wall, trying to just persevere and get the job done, and that's what we did.
I could see, I've got to say, when you equalise, it's a hell of a header, by the way, but your celebration, you could see just how much this game meant to you and the girls.
Of course. I think we can't, it was so important that we got that point against Swansea. Obviously that's meant that we could draw or win today. But yeah, it just means so much for us, so much to the club. And these youngsters are just amazing. I can't, this is just amazing, yeah.
Modlen, mae wedi bod yn bythefnos anodd yn amlwg gyda Gavin yn gadael. Beth ti'n credu mae hwn yn gweud am gymeriad y grŵp?
Wel, fi'n meddwl bod ni ni gallu bwydro. Mae ddim yn poeni beth sy'n digwydd tu allan o'r pêl-droed. Ni'n tîm sydd yn close-knit, maen nhw'n dweud. Ni gallu ffeithio da'n gilydd ac mae wedi bod yn amser anodd, ond ni'n gwybod bod fan hyn yw ble ni angen neud y job a ni wedi meddwl heddi.
Amy, I remember I interviewed a couple of the players before the season had begun, and underdogs was the word used to describe Aberystwyth. You're now in the top 4, you're going to be playing against Swansea, Cardiff, Wrexham. Just how excited are you for the second half of the season?
So excited, and especially for these youngsters, because they're only going to get better and better and better. So you will hear a lot more from them, and I'm just so happy that they get a chance to show what they can do.
Ail ran y tymor Modlen, faint i ti'n disgwyl mlaen?
Fi'n bach yn ofn am Cardiff City yn y
Dwi'n eisiau ti fod ofn?
Ond na, fi'n excited iawn. Fi'n meddwl bod cyfleoedd nawr i ni fynd allan, i profi'n hunan yn ebyn y tîm gower. A fydd yn exciting iawn i ni, so fi'n hapus.
Mae chyd llawn gyfarchiadau enfawr. Joiwch y dathlu hynna.
Cheers.
Wel, dyma ni canlyniadau eraill y diwrnod ac am sioc Abertawe yn meddu Caerdydd o 2 gôl i ddim. Caerdydd yn colli yn y gyngrair am y tro cynta eleni. Oedd hi'n gyfartal rhwng Wrexham a Met Caerdydd a'r Bari yn ennill o 2 gôl i ddim yn erbyn Pontypridd. Felly dyma'r tabl. Wrth i'r gyngrair hollti'n ddwy Aberystwyth yn sicrhau i lle nhw yn hanner ucha'r tabl. A fi'n falch iawn i weid bod Gary Lewis yn ymuno a fi nawr. Wel, Gary, siwmar galon ar ôl hwnna am gêm.
Mae'r puls yn dechrau dod lawr nawr, fi'n gwneud slo bach.
Good, fi'n falch.
Cranwch, mae merched rhoi popeth a ildio'r gol yn y diwedd, a ni'n meddwl, waw. Ond o'n i'n gwybod bod yma'n 15 eiliad oedd i fynd, so o'n i'n teimlo mae'r gêm drosto. Ond, chlysur gwych yn dweud i'r gêm merched, fi'n credu bod e'n ffantastig, so fi'n mor prowd o'r merched.
Fe rai fi weid hefyd, nathoch chi ildio'r gol mor gynnar, ond nes i just ofyn Amy, gofyn, eithaf chi banec o, na, nath nhw ddim o gwbl.
Mae'n digon hawdd i colli'r gêm 2-3, ildio mor gynnar yn y gêm. Mae'r merched wedi cadw'n dwfwn a wedi cadw i penne, a fi mor farch, achos mae gallai ildio mor gynnar, lle ni wedi colli'r gêm.
Hefyd, mae rai fi weid, so pawb yn sôn, chi'n grŵp mor ifanc, mae wedi bod yn bythefnos anodd o ran popeth o ddi ar y cae hefyd. Pa mor browd i ti o'r cymeriad maen nhw wedi dangos heddi?
Mae'r merched, maen nhw wedi cadw pen o'n awd, jyst wedi dod mewn i marfer nos iau. O'n i'n gallu gweld yn marfer, oedd nhw mewn yn y marfer, oedd popeth yn ni'n gweud, o'n nhw'n gwrando, maen nhw fel sponges bach, maen nhw'n gwrando. So, grandwch, beth sy'n mynd i dachrau o'r hollti yn awr yw chwarae'r clwbiau dain. Ond gallwn ni dysgu, dim pwysau nhw'n neud, gallwn ni dysgu, a mae'r 2-3 o'r merched yn hen ddigon da i mynd lan yn bellach yn y gêm, fi'n siŵr o'n ni.
Ys ti weithio Dylan cyn y gêm, bod ti'n dechrau fynd bach yn soft, ond mae rai bod ti mor browd o'r merched yma, Gary.
I fod yn erbyn tîm fel TNS efo'r staff sy'n nhw, mae Greg yn boi ffein ofnadw. A fi'n credu bod ni wedi sefyll lan yn dangos bod ni gallu mynd toe-to-toe fel maen nhw'n gweud. A ni wedi sefyll lan a fi mor prowd o'r merched ifanc. A'r merched, mae Bex wedi sgorio wedi cael dolyr yn sgorio'r gol na. A mae hi'n tough nut. Ni'n galw hi'r tuffi yn yr marfes. Ond mor hapus yno. Bach yn emosionol yno, ond grandwch, fi'n enjoyo'r gêm hyn.
A ti'n achwa bod ti'n enjoyo'r reoli'r grŵp yma o ferched hefyd?
Grandwch, fi'n lwcus iawn, fi'n lwcus iawn. Fi'n rheoli tîm Penrhyn Coch ar Disadwn, so fi'n rheoli 2 clwb fi'n caru, so fi'n lwcus iawn.
Yn edrych mlaen i ail rhan y tymor, just yn gloi, faint ti'n disgwyl mlaen, Gary?
Grandwch, fi di weld Abertawe, Caerdydd, maen nhw'n tîmau gwych, Wrexham. Fi rhaid i ni trial gwella, chwilio ffordd o falle trial cael y bêl bach mwy a ddim yn ddiffyn trwy'n gymaint, ond fi rhaid i ni gweithio yna yn yr wythnos nesaf, gewn ni weld.
Llong gyfarchiadau, joio'r dathliadau hyn o fe.
Thank you, diolch yn fawr.
Just i'ch atgoffa chi holl eich apwyntiau'r penwythnos a'r Esmyreg nos yfory am hanner awr wedi 9 a wedyn ni Cwpan Cymru rownd yr wyth ola y Bala yn erbyn mynydd y Fflint i ddod dydd Sadwrn am hanner awr wedi 12 yn fyw ar ar S4C. Well, I've got Greg Draper, Leah Lewis here. Greg, I'll come to you first. I mean, what a game, what an occasion, but in the end, TNS just didn't quite have enough in the tank to get it over the line.
Yeah, unbelievable game. I mean, it's hard to be upset and angry when you watch a game like that. Obviously, it was disappointing. We just gave ourselves a little bit too much to do, but to see the way they fought right until the end, it just sums the group up really.
Leah, pa mor anodd oedd e mas yna ar y degau, achos oedd Aberystwyth just yn cadw brwydro nôl mewn i'r gêm? Apologies.
Yeah.
Leah, I'm so sorry.
Leah, come on, Shauna, you're not done your homework yet.
No, I haven't. Apologies, Leah. How hard was it out there at times, Leo, in Aberystwyth when they just kept on fighting back into the game?
Yeah, we knew it wasn't going to be an easy game against Aber. Like, it's always been a goal thriller against Aber. Like, there's always goals in it, so we knew it was going to be a tough game coming here with our record here as well. So, yeah, when they kept coming back and we thinking we got it, and then... But yeah, we knew it was going to be a tough game, and it's disappointing that we couldn't get that extra goal and we left it too late.
That goal though, Leah, from yourself, I've got to say, what a goal.
Thank you so much.
It was not too bad, was it?
It's what I used to do every week, I think. Yeah, no, listen, Leah's been unbelievable, and they all have, and like I said, they kept going right until the 95th, 96th minute it was. We just, unfortunately just gave ourselves too much to do.
Greg, looking ahead to the second half of the season, in the bottom half, but what are the main goals for TNS, do you think?
Yeah, obviously we want to finish top of that group. It's disappointing, we done so well last year, and obviously at the start of this season the goal was to compete at the top. Certain things, certain injuries, suspensions. We don't like using them as an excuse, but we went the first 2 seasons without a single injury, and then all of a sudden we're every week we seem to have at least 1 or 2. So. We haven't had much luck, but it's we're not going to use that as an excuse. The squad was definitely strong enough, and we're disappointed that we didn't finish in the top 4.
You guys, appreciate your time. Huge congratulations, Lee. I promise you can interview me in Spanish next time, okay? Guys, thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
Wel, diolch yn fawr am eich cwmni chi hyn yma Aberystwyth, felly yn sicrhau eu safle nhw yn yr hanner uchaf am weddill y tymor. Ond wrtho fi a'r criw i gyd fan hyn ar goedlan y parc, nos da, wylen i chi tro nesaf.